Hey, we are live. Welcome to the Wandering Isles. I am your host today. My name is Ken, and we are short 2 people. They bailed on us. They abandoned us, and they will be destroyed for it. We are here today with Ryan as Amadriana, Busy as Hatsu, Rory as Eos, John as Weslyn, and Kyle as Eldrin. And I hope that's everybody. That is everybody. I did not miss anyone. Excellent. Kyle, you're on recap. Bring us in.
Oh, yeah.
We have an action-packed session.
Definitely all ready for that. Yeah, so last time we're kind of low on supplies and stuff and debating what to do next, and Eldrin found a camel, Jurgen, which was honestly kind of a win.
Kind of.
Weslyn, kind of a win. Definitely a win, Weslyn checked out the Sealed Woman, saw some seriously magical weirdness, including a creepy antlered figure watching him. More on that, please stay tuned. Himself and Eldrin got into a dream, shared a dream, got weird, got dark. Meanwhile, Eos lost control of her staff, accidentally dragged Dash into a shared vision with the sea serpent. Yeah, definitely weird. Things got real, things got weird. Magic blurred with reality. Weslyn freaked. We all bailed through the portal, except Dash. He stayed behind and transformed into something not so Dash. And now he's working with Vatros, ? No big deal, really.
Probably better to say he's working later.
For Vatros, but you'll find out today's episode of The Wandering Isles.
That entirely depends on what you guys do.
Well, what does Hatsu see when he gets slurped inside from the Squid Man?
The first thing you all see is darkness. And a voice not familiar to any of you echoes out and says, "Memory is not truth. It is allegiance."
That sounded like a maleficum. Do I know you?
You're standing on a beach. Boats docked. Each of you wearing something familiar. The outfits you wore to the first day of the Arcanum, with backpacks on your back. Eos, Ducky at your side. You look up at a building that is now familiar, but last time you were on this beach in this position with these people, this was your first time seeing Maleficum's Arcanum of Magic and Might. What do you want to do?
Are all the people around us like they were on that first day? Or is it just us?
All of you. It is the same first day. You even see Slate in the form that he was in. Before he took the other form that he was in. You see the carts in the same places. You see the same teachers grabbing the same students. Not like yanking them out of there, but just, bring them into the order to move their way up the beach. Eldrin is the only exception.
What about me, yeah?
Amadriana.
Yes.
Don't let him trick you.
Who?
The Squid Man.
To be fair, you don't know he's a Squid Man. That's metagaming.
Hatsu knows. You showed last week when I came in last session.
You went in, and then it happened. As far as I'm concerned, Dash is the only person who knows the true form of Vatros.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you showed them all.
Apologies.
Okay, I'm talking about Vatros. This is not real. He's messing with us.
That's fair, but the real question is, why the fuck are we here?
Yeah, Eos, why are we here? It's a very good question. Wes told me to get in, and that's what I did.
And I followed you, Hatsu.
Why did we have to get in, Weslyn?
Wasn't particularly in as much as through that I was hoping for. Maybe it's because there's too many of you. Maybe it was a one-way door.
I mean, we came to this side of the islands through a door like that, and we were the same number of people. So why shouldn't it work the other way around?
This is different. This is a different sort of magic.
I think your pure heart got used. Not for our good, I guess.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we have seen Betharos putting people in the book to change sides with them once in my hometown. I think this is what's happening.
So, we got lured into an evil book, not once, but twice, and have now swapped places with the thing that was encaptured in this book. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I assume. But if I'm right, he doesn't have a lot of time outside. Without the seals being broken, then holds him here.
Are you speaking about possession?
Kind of. So I guess, since he needs a body to traverse around, and we're missing Dash, I would assume he's using him.
No, I assure you, your body is here. These places take all of you. There's no possession in this space.
He's still in here. Some of him is out.
Mr. DM, I believe that the duration of my detect magic is still up. But the question, I guess, is this space interfering with the spell?
That depends on the definition of interfering for you, Weslyn. Your spell is still reaching, and any items that emit magic or anything strange as if you were to stand here on day one and cast that spell is emitting magic, but your surroundings are not. This is not a spell.
So
Wesley
is this...
breaks from the group and heads straight into the Arcanum.
Sure.
The same path he took to find Remington the last time he entered Remington's seal.
Sure. Madriana, what were you about to say?
Hatsu, are we just here again? Or is this like an echo or what?
The way that I see it is, from what I learned from Eos and from you, that this is some sort of prison for him.
So it's not
what
real.
we see is not real. We are trapped in his prison. And I assume the more you accept his visions as reality, the easier he will have to probe deeper in your mind, because you're voluntarily accepting this new reality.
Well, I guess that means that We can't preemptively save your brother then. And it also means that we need to get the fuck out of here.
As Weslyn used to say, doesn't matter what you do in this dream. This dream will never become reality. It's a place to play with your heart, your mind, your deepest wishes, your biggest fears. It's here to learn how to break you.
Then we need to get the fuck out. Eos, can you do something with your magic stick again and get us out of here?
While Emergiana says that to Eos, she's kind of petting Ducky. She's just enjoying a moment. Yeah, sure, just one moment. I need to introduce Ducky to Ramiel. Come here.
This isn't Ducky. There's no point.
Ramiel
Ducky won't
isn't.
remember it.
And Ramiel isn't here.
Looks at the staff. Staff was unsheathed.
Staff isn't
Before
here. Eos, what did you have on you in day one?
The
I don't believe you
DM
had a
gives and
staff.
taketh away.
Don't say that to Busy. He'll go on a rant, man.
Are we day one stats as well?
You're not day one stats.
Okay.
Okay, so they
That's a shame. I could have got rid of that wizard level.
All right. Okay.
You'd be surprised
Fair
what they
enough.
can do
Yes.
in this school. We might be able to sort something out.
My mistake. My
Don't
misunderstanding.
panic.
No, not your misunderstanding.
Everything is still there. You're not able to sense it because your mind is blocked. You're trying to
Rubs.
reach for something that you can't sense yet, but be sure it is there.
She goes back to petting Ducky, a bit more frustrated than she was earlier.
It feels amazing to feel Ducky again. Ducky looks a bit more weathered and worn, and you remember that Ducky went on a long trip before this, bringing you to the boat, and hasn't yet been to
That's
the stables, hasn't yet been cleaned. People are moving up the beach. Boreal trips over his robes. Things are as they were day zero.
If that's the case, Remington's here with us, right? Because he got in the carriage with us and rode back to the skull.
He's a little further off talking to people, yes. The other difference is that Dash has already left. Slate has already left. And in their stead is Eldrin. Now, there is something a little bit odd as you take this in. As people walk past you, you can feel their presence, their essence. But people walk through Eldrin.
Because he wasn't present at the thing, yeah.
It is a disgusting feeling, Eldrin. Have you ever seen Slimer, like in Ghostbusters, that moment where he's like... It's like that. It's bad.
May I pitch an idea?
What?
Yes.
Do you remember, Adriana, where Slate told you that he got the book from?
It was on the hill, wasn't it? On the mountain.
Instead of let him figuring out how he can control us, we should try to confront him with his fears.
So you want me to go and try and destroy the book?
I want all of us to go and see the place where the book was.
But... Okay. I'm not trying to be stupid here, but... We're here. This place doesn't exist. It's a memory. The book's not going to exist there.
Exactly. Nor does anything that he's showing us exist. He wants to confront us with it.
But how can we confront a book and show him his worst nightmares if we can't see it because it's not there?
It's not about a physical thing. I want him to think about what did bring him in the book the first place. Instead
want
of
to
letting... I want... Okay. If you lost alone with yourself and your mind, you might forget how it was before and what led you to the situation you've been in. Maybe he has changed. But I don't think we should allow him to drive us somewhere. Instead, we should let him to somewhere, if that makes sense.
Are you trying to say that if he was here, this was his prison, that he would be up on that hill anyway? Like he lived there?
Might be.
Eos would walk
Don't
over
get me
to-
wrong, I don't know.
Eos would walk over to Austin and Adriana. I have a question though. If this is based on our memories, it was Slate and Weslyn who went up to the apparent temple with the curly-haired angel person.
Right.
We don't remember what it looks like.
It doesn't matter. Do you think it's air that you breathe in?
Eos takes a deep breath. Maybe.
Well, you're wrong. It's helium.
Maybe. My name's Eos.
My
So
name's
what do you guys-
Jeff.
What do you guys want to do?
Guess we're climbing a mountain, are we?
All I know is when we get back, we're going to have to destroy that fucking book.
Agreed.
This is twice it's led us into a place that's fucking shit.
You're not wrong.
Just be aware, if we destroy the book, we release Vatarus.
Well, if what you said is true, he's already released now.
I think it's more temporarily that he's released. And
Well,
also
all
only a part of him.
all I know right now at this stage is that Dead Weslyn came out of an evil book. We then followed Weslyn into this said book twice more. And we are now in this shit. Something's telling me that we shouldn't be so fucking trusting of people we don't know who they are.
I mean, this is clearly Weslyn. But maybe he's not the Weslyn he was in the dream we met him.
Or maybe it's exactly the Weslyn, but it just hadn't come to fruition yet.
What do you think,
just say-
Weslyn?
Nothing's
not
to be
here.
trusted as far as that book goes.
If
Where
you're
did
looking
he
for
go?
Weslyn, he's walking up towards the Arcanum.
I know.
Okay. Eldrin, you're here and you can talk as well if you want to. You don't have to, but you are a part of this. Just to confirm.
Who's Eldrin?
What do you mean?
Barely see him. Elgin, you're lighter than usual.
No, I haven't even been working out. What do you mean lighter than usual?
You
mean I've
basically
lost weight?
projected.
What's going on?
You projected in this projected reality.
You're like Ramiel.
There's not a lot. He didn't had enough images of you in this environment, so you kind of translucent a little bit.
It makes so much sense, Atsu. What the heck?
Like, looking at my hand, and I want to ask, do I look like that to myself, or is
Yeah.
it just what they would?
Yeah, no, you can
So
see
my
through your
hand is
hand.
translucent as hell.
Slap you and see what happens.
Holy, oh dear! I
See,
put my head
what
down
happened,
and
Eldrin, is they
take
went
off
back
my
to the-
glasses. When I look,
There's barely
Oh.
even a shine from the eyes. What happened is they went back in past and they stopped your parents from doing the nasty and the pasty, and so you have started to disappear from the timeline.
Atsu's working on Johnny Be Good. There's a dance tonight. Gotta punch the guy.
Hatsu be good.
That's a big idea.
Atsu Be Good.
Are you guys joining Weslyn ahead? Are you helping Ghost
I
of
want to
Eldrin
touch
Pass?
a rock or something. I want to touch something and see, is my hand going through everything, or is it just that it's just people?
How much can this fuck me over? You seem to be fine touching the ground.
The
You can touch
ground.
grass.
Okay.
I'll find you guys soon. If this is a memory, I want to know whose memory of it is. Because it's certainly not ours, because certain people aren't here. Anyway, I'll catch up with you. I'm going to head off into the Arcanum DM, and I'm going to the safe. I'm going to the vault.
Sure. You head towards the stairs and you see a crowd waiting for what is Remington come out to make a speech, which you remember is about all the teachers who are there and everything, and that is the entrance stairwell. To get to the safe and vault and everything, you would have to get past that crowd. Not something that's impossible for someone like a Madrian.
Yeah, I'm going to get past unnoticed and head in.
Stealth check for me.
A couple of reasons for this is that, one, I didn't actually see it. I only got a description of it from Gusto and from Dash. So I want to see whether it looks like I was told or whether it looks different.
That's fair enough.
Because I don't have a memory of it. And if it suddenly isn't there, or it's only on the basis of that memory and doesn't go any further, then I know, like, it's me trying to work it out, basically.
Sure, that's fair enough. So we'll get your stealth check from you there.
Stealth would be an 18.
18, perfect. Yeah, you can just slip past unnoticed, and people are pretty distracted and busy, so it's easy enough. The Minotaurs are coming out, and as they do, everyone's like looking over there, so you just whoosh, straight through and behind. You make your way across the corridor, down the stairwell. One corridor is ignited for you, and that is the one that leads to where the cells were, where you met Fitz. Anywhere where the safe or vault is, you have no idea. It's just nothing there.
It's just blank.
I don't want to say it's just like black void nothingness. It's more like your mind won't let you see the path forward.
Right.
Because it's not as simple as just turning off the lights to the area. It's more foggy and like hazy than that.
So there's no, like, I walk in and then basically end up walking back out because it's like it's turned me around or anything like that.
No,
But
you
it's just I can't picture it to do it.
Yeah, it's as if like you're in a dream, but your mind isn't rendering the path forward. Like it's not like it's certain games railroad you into certain places. It's as if you were being railroaded into the prison cells area because that's just what you know.
Okay.
That's Creed style.
Yeah,
The memory will only synchronize to certain places.
exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. The closer you get outside that realm, the more staticky it becomes. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then the other thing I'd do, and obviously you can go to the rest of the guys while I'm kind of checking that, is I'm gonna go straight to Remington's office, and I'm gonna start basically rifling through all of his books for anything to do with Bathros.
Okay. You head up to Remington's office, and you will join us there in a moment. First thing I will do is join Weslyn there. So what are you doing there, my friend?
I'm going to take the same route that I took when I entered the seal containing Remington.
Yeah. As you head up the stairs again, trying to get past everyone slightly before Mediana, so it's not as busy. But I will need a stealth check anyway if you're trying to sneak through. I don't really have
I'm not trying to sneak through.
I don't really have a luck check for you, so I need some sort of barometer for how well you do here.
Trying to will himself through. It's less sneaking. He doesn't believe any of this is real. He's not really sure what all this belongs to, whose dream this belongs to, or whose dream is this? Who does this belong to? The man in the book, certainly not.
Let's go with... Let's go with survival, because you're trying to figure out the pathing you took before. I think that'll be a good barometer for me on how well you get to the office. I guess I'll lean into that instead. It might be a bit more fair. Flat 10.
Flat 10.
You head up the stairs and you get diverted as some teachers are just like, oh, over there is where we shall do the commitment ceremony. They start pointing towards the front of the stairs where students are starting to kind of congregate.
That's nice, thank you. See if I can brush past them.
Yeah, if you pick your timing well enough. At that point, that would probably be stealth to see if you can get past unnoticed.
I would like to
Rage?
cast guidance upon... Yes, I would like to rage. I would like to cast guidance upon myself.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
And roll stealth. That is better. Where's my D4?
So it's 11 and...
I always can't find that. It must be at the...
It's a dice tray at the bottom of the chat there.
Yeah, here it is. Ah, man. Every now and then, I can't function with technology. There we go. 12.
Yeah, just sort of about, I would say. 12 was my DC for you anyway, because you're there a little early. You just kind of sneak on through. It's less sneaking and more just, oh, thanks. And then you just kind of keep walking while they're just engaged in chatter. You head down to where Remington's office was and you walk in. It's empty. As in, there's no persons there. Not like nothing is there.
I don't think he quite realizes this yet, but he's going to reach for the other seal, the seal with Bird Lady.
Okay.
Does it exist?
No. At least, not on you.
He's going to sit in Remington's chair and wait.
Yeah, the door would open soon after, and a Madriana would walk in and see you just sitting in the chair.
Hello?
Hello? Why are you here then?
Trying to find the path I walked. Don't think it was the right one. Maybe I was early. Maybe I didn't do it right.
So you do remember this place then?
I was here, but 3 hours ago?
What are you hoping for from him?
He said something about these things. He calls them seals. He said that the limits of the seals are as expansive as the things that in which they contain. Or something like that.
So the seal is only as big as the people that are in it?
Not exactly, no. It's not about your physical size. It's about how the currents move through you, about the wake around you. Some of us pool. Some of us have lakes, and I've seen entire seas around some. I don't know how big this place is, or what its boundaries are, but they are meant for one, and we are not one. Something is not quite right.
There's quite a few things that are not quite right.
That is an understatement.
Well, you sit there and wait for him. I'm gonna be trying to get us out of it. I'm gonna start rifling through the books. Now I'm assuming, like the safe, when I pick up a book and open it, it's gonna be blank. Or that I can't read it.
You open the books, and it's not necessarily blank, but it's more like words are moving around. Like your mind knows they should be there, but not in what order they should be.
Literally going through each book. If I can't read it, lobbing it. Next one. She's going straight through his whole office like that.
The only time you come across books that you can read are books that you have already read. So books that you may have in your backpack, even if they were ahead of this time, you have that information retained somewhere, and therefore you can read those books as far as you've read them and can remember. But there's no... And like, even then, the wording is like the way you would speak colloquially to yourself about those things. So it's like, this person went there, and not as eloquently put as the original book would be. It's more your memory of how the book was, if that makes sense.
Right.
Which isn't the best way to get information directly from it, but there's something there, yeah.
I will say there might come a point where the frustration of all of this might get to the point where she's not just throwing the book over her shoulder on the floor, that she's actively like throwing it at a wall or at a cabinet or at the desk or something. Like she's getting quite frustrated with all of this.
Wasn't gonna go and pick up one of the books that she has thrown at the wall. And open it. I assume he sees very similar things.
Basically the same experience, probably lesser than, because your book reading would be different to hers. So like, yeah.
When we entered this space, you had described the markings on his body taking the form of words.
Yep.
have those reverted back to familiar markings? Or
They're
are
your
they
normal markings. Yeah, now they are back to like your blue markings that you would see in your default images. Yeah.
Is there a way I can possibly spill those words that I saw, albeit briefly, onto the pages of this book?
Tell me how you intend to do that.
A lot of trial and error on these things. We had some modicum of control of light and of the way people perceive or interact with the world. And in these seals, he has found that there are slightly altered ways that he's been able to express that. So I'll start with something simple by just wielding it, manifesting it, using a really simple flow of magic, something akin to minor illusion. There's no words, there's no gestures, just simply allowing those symbols to pour out upon the page and see if anything changes, if any of that makes any sense, if it's even in a language he can recognize.
As you do, you like focus on the books. You try to get any semblance of ink to move from your tattoos, anything that might resemble either the same or reverse mechanics of what you experienced upon entering this place, and also subsequently one of the first times you held this book that you're within for the first time. Nothing seems to happen or emerge from you. You're subtly distracted quite quickly as the door flies open again and Chicken the Fox just walks in holding a roast chicken, lays down on the carpet and just starts eating it, kind of taking in what you guys are doing.
The chicken seems completely nonplussed about all of this.
Yeah, not a bother. Pretty happy to have roast chicken.
Stealing is bad. Shouldn't steal.
Chicken looks up and sort of tilts their head and then just goes back into the greasiest of chickens.
So he stands up with a bolt. I have to go to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go to the woods. Walks off. He as hurriedly as he possibly can.
You run out past the group of teachers being introduced. You burst past them. There's a bit of confusion, but you tussle through the crowd. The rest of you would see that. Before we jump to you in the woods, I will jump to Hatsu, Eos, and Eldrin. What do you guys do?
Eos is petting Ducky and she remembers something. And lightly with the tips of her fingers against the his coat, she twists the same way that Weslyn taught her to move or stall or motivate time to pass within memories.
Yeah. As you do, it makes a really nice pattern in Ducky's fur. But that's all it does, I'm afraid.
She walks over to Hatsu. Just kind of cross her legs and sits down on the ground.
Hatsu and Eldrin, what do you guys do?
Just like staring at my hands. I'm just so confused, but I'm also like,
They can touch anything but
Thinking-
themselves.
I'm like just staring at my hands and through them, and I'm just like going around, just like, what's going on here? Where are we? You all clearly understand what's going on. Why are yous okay? What's going on?
We are in the book, Aldrin.
Yeah, but I'm the only
This-
one like this.
This is a projected illusion into your very mind. This is not a dream. This is not all land. And the copy inserted in that illusion is only as good as it fits into the environment that it's put into. See, if you saw a cat once in your life, your mind might interpret this cat differently than the original one. That's what happened to you. You don't belong in this memory.
Okay, so if we're in the book, and I've never touched the book, has everyone else touched the book?
We all went into the book.
I know, but Slate asked me about touching the book one
If
time, and
I
never
invite you
touched
to
it.
my home and I open the door, do you have to touch the door to walk into my home?
To knock it, yes, but I feel
You
that's
don't
not
have
the
to knock
question.
the door
Yes.
if I open it for you, Aldrin. You walked into an open door. You don't have to touch anything.
I'm sorry.
Now calm down. Remember what you learned. This is not true. And
So you're saying-
he goes down on his knees and he starts to empty his mind, how he learned it in his meditations. He wants to get rid of everything that is in his cache, if that makes sense. And he tries to focus on his own image from the surrounding of the school, and he tries to project his thoughts on the top of the hill where he thinks that Slate and Weslyn have been, what they described. Especially what Slate described. Weslyn doesn't describe it. And what he's trying to do, to explain it a little bit better to you, is he tries to project his image of him in this illusion on top of the hill.
I'm with you.
Like, to kind of skip the path of climbing in.
Sure. You kneel down and you meditate and you close your eyes. You feel the breeze on your face. You feel on this part of your face, this tiny little part here, because that's all you can really feel it from. You feel as you can smell the salt air. You can feel the chill, the cold air. You open your eyes, but you're still on the beach. Eos looking at you, Eldrin looking at his own hands, probably.
Yeah. After Hatsu kind of gives me that bit of a talking to, we'll call it. I do exactly what Weslyn had said to me previously when we were dreaming.
Wake up.
Just based on what Hatsu has just mentioned about this being a projection and everything, loads of different things like this. In my mind, I think of where I would have been during this time. So I know this is maybe weeks or so before I would have came to the school. Maybe months, not sure the exact timing, but I would have been thinking where I would have been at this time, trying to visualize it, what I would have been going through, what was, where I was at that time, where was I fully present, not as a projection or anything, where was I fully present at the time. That's all I'm focused on and thinking at the moment, to kind of calm myself and, I suppose, ground myself, if we were to call it that.
You do, but nothing changes. You are still on the beach. Things are still the same.
Hatsu would try to go deeper. He feels like his mind is corrupted and misled. And he tries to go deeper in his meditation to a state where he was back in the cave. And he's trying to find his mid. And what he's trying to focus on is the name Maleficum. Because he thinks there must be a reason for the voice to appear. There must be a reason why he thinks on the name Maleficum when he heard that voice, why he's making that connection. And while he's meditating on that, Adrian and Eos would hear him humming in the background. Mother of light, creator of shadows. And he would really go deep down as far as he can to try to prevent everything else from getting out of his state of mind.
You feel almost as if the third eye, that spot on your forehead, is opening, awakening as you're deep in meditation. Something locked becoming unlocked. But that is quickly ripped away by the sound of Boreal. Hatsu, what are you doing? We have to go check in.
Ignores it, goes back into the deep state, and
Or-
tries to really focus on what he has learned from the monastery, basically, to blend out everything. And he doesn't accept all of this as reality at all. He's trying to shield his mind.
Boreal looks towards Eos and then just towards Eos. And then it's just like, what's he doing?
Do this thing.
Okay. My name's Boreal, by the way.
Hi, I'm Eos.
I'm Hatsu's brother.
No way. You wouldn't think it. You don't.
Well, you don't know what he's got going on there. He could be a bird too.
That's a good point. So, do you like coconuts?
I don't think I've ever had a coconut.
Possible.
Well, where I come from, we mostly eat like seeds. We have like sesame seed bars, these little bars. Hatsu's really partial to power balls. He likes those a lot.
What does he put in the power balls?
I couldn't tell you that. My family would disown me.
Wow.
One thing I'll tell you is you don't eat that if you're not experienced, because it'll go right through you.
What's your favorite color?
I like blue, like these. He points to his eyes. What's your favorite color?
Oh.
Is it purple?
Yeah. How did you know?
I'm kind of psychic like that. I have a really good intuition.
Huh. You know you're really powerful in the future. You're gonna kill everyone. It's really cool.
I don't know what that means, but it's pretty dark, to be honest with you.
It's all right. It's like midday, isn't it?
Are you with Hatsu? Or are you just looking at him?
I'm with him.
Yeah.
He's my friend.
Didn't know he had any friends. Except
Yes,
Ayami.
mate.
He likes Ayami a lot.
How much does he like Yami for you?
Can't answer that question. He's very close to his sword right now.
Okay.
I think too much.
You like fishing? I like fishing.
Yeah, but I can fly, so sometimes I swoop in and I just like to grab a fish.
You did that once to Eldrin. In the future. He's gonna need a power ball and you took it away from him.
Oh, I'm good at that. I like power balls. They're good. Hatsu only lets me have one or two, but I sometimes need 3 or 4. Hatsu's a lot thinner. Under the feathers, I'm pretty thin, but so what are you here for? What are you studying?
Oh, so it's a bit of a thing. We're not really meant to be here. We're from the future. Eldrin's kind of disappearing away. we're thinking about doing something. Yeah.
Doing something like what to study or?
No.
Eos.
Eldrin, this is Boreal. Oh, Boreal, you can't see him, but there's a person over there.
Ah, so your friend is talking to herself? Can you hurry up with this meditation?
Yes, I don't think we should talk about the future to people.
I'm telling him what he needs to know. I
scare
told
them.
him that he might be a nice but potential mass murderer, depending on perspective. I personally didn't have an issue with it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that seems even for me, that seems quite unhinged.
Oh, you weren't there. I'm so sorry.
I wasn't aware.
Oh, yeah. So
Can
the
he
invisible-
hear me? Hello?
Can he do?
You don't
And
know? You're shrugging like you don't know what you just said.
Oh, so the invisible man is trying to figure out if you can hear him.
Visible man, and you're from the future?
Yeah. But actually, I'm from this time as well. But in a cool timey-wimey kind of way, we ended up here.
That's
Hooty hoot, hoot,
Your friends
hoot,
are
hoot.
crazy.
Tweet, tweet. Can't see me or hear me. This is weird.
Mother of light, creator of shadows, send us a bee for those who are in need.
Oh, he's doing this again. You know he does this for
Something's
hours?
happening with this.
Like, hours and hours and hours in his room.
Yep. But this is how we found the wolf people.
I don't know what that means.
The wolf people.
I'm gonna go talk to this guy just for a moment. He walks over as Weslyn's walking by. Say, "Hey, my name's Oh, okay." As Weslyn just dashes past. Oh, this school
Let's
is
dash.
weird. Oh, God damn it. The school is weird. Weslyn, we'll follow you up. As you head into the woods, I assume you're looking for your HOA home?
Not my HOA home. No, I'm looking to see if like the shack is there, and second, if it's HOA free, so I can bask in the glory of
The large tree.
unregulated, environment.
Yeah. The large tree is not there. The shack is not there. The little garden is not there. There is nothing. It is just trees.
Trees in a pond.
Trees in a pond. Pond is further up.
To the pond. For some reason, the pond feels important. Go to the pond.
You go further into the tree line until you get to like this sort of secluded little area with a large kind of pond. It was fine. It's definitely not big enough to be a lake, but it has like a little waterfall on it and everything. Whether or not that's familiar to you is up to you.
Only in passing. I remember there's a shack and there was a pond, a place to bathe. Wesley's trying to piece together all of the things that make up his memories of this place. He's looking for a door, any anomalies that he can think of, but without being able to have a whole picture. It's a bit difficult. There's a rock here, right? A large rock.
Are you talking to yourself or are you talking to me?
And turns towards the voice.
There is a young enough looking woman that's sitting there. She has kind of hooves instead of feet, but she's wearing like this nice sort of green over jacket that looks made and woven from leaves. She has long curly brown hair and these curled brown horns. Her eyes are rather like they're anime eyes. They're huge, like they look really big. Doe eyes, we will call them. And she is just sitting there sort of staring at you. She's just got like a sandwich on the stone next to her, wrapped out of a little leaf that she has opened. There's some bread.
Have I met you here before?
I don't think so.
Oh,
My name is Delphini.
I am Weslyn,
And this
counted
is...
among the kin.
Oh, never mind. The kin. Interesting. Which kin?
This is
There are so many.
the kin?
Right, but... I mean, there's 36, like, different known groups of kin just from Arboris alone. Do you know which one?
36?
Different groups. Different regions, different times.
Just the one.
Is this your
I'm sorry.
first time traveling? You're usually just home?
I have been traveling for a long time. I'm looking for a way through.
I mean,
This is a very complicated dream.
to the Arcanum, you go back this way through these trees.
There are many ways to the economy.
Oh, yes.
I'm
that's
looking for a way out, but not any way that you would probably suggest.
true. A way out of the Arcana? A boat? Maybe?
No. He points to the ground, and some alien-looking plants sprout. An illusion, of course, as she's keen to those sorts of things.
She claps. Oh, those are pretty.
No. Yeah, well, yes. I'm looking to go where these grow. Do you know how to get there?
Oh, I've never seen these flowers before. Huh? And she just turns and she looks up behind her. Where have you seen these before?
Saw these in an anomaly.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, that's weird. That's what he said too. Do you often go to anomalies?
Not exactly, no. It was a test.
Well, those aren't for another 2 months.
I need to go there again. But sooner than 2 months. I need to find out if that is a door. I was not alone in there.
A door to what?
Out of this dream.
I mean, my favorite part of each dream is that in that period before you wake up, you can kind of just do anything. You can see anything. I mean, I've been to so many dreams. Sometimes it's hard to tell if a dream is even a dream, or if this moment could be a dream, or we could just be awake, or I don't know.
I assure you we are not. But it is a lovely dream. How do I get to that place?
I don't understand what you mean. The dream?
The anomaly in the school.
Oh.
The trial.
Oh, there are many anomalies in the school. The trials?
The trials.
Yeah, but those are a long time away. You have to study first.
How can we do them now?
Well, you have to study. You won't be ready.
I wasn't ready then. And I failed, technically.
Oh, you're a second year. I see. And so you did them in your first year?
No, not exactly. It's difficult to explain. You do not know this plant?
No, he does. I don't. I've never seen this plant before.
You know of this plant?
She listens, and he has only ever seen these in places where things die.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like what sort of things?
What sort of things? And she looks up and she listens. It's cryptic. All things that have once touched them, they will then be there when that thing is no longer there. Does that make sense to you? I don't know what that means.
Wes is going to try to remember the name of the thing that can't be seen, the thing by the lake, the thing on the stone, the blue thing.
The
Blue. It's going to try and will that into being, a vision of it.
the thing you saw before you ran into the book, or
No, the blue thing. The blue thing she speaks to.
oh, Zephyr.
It's old. He can see it, sort of, in his memory. It was on a rock. Try
So-
create an amalgamation of it through bending the light opposite of the lake. Although I'm sure it is a bit jumbled or jarbled.
You create an image of something old that you've seen a long time ago. Something that just comes to mind. Yeah, for DM to player, just quickly, I assume you're talking about Zephyr, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You create an image of this creature with sort of long hair and purple skin with blue hue moving around it. These kind of like baggy-ish pants. Oh, there's two of them.
There's only one. That is...
No, there's that one, and then there's that one.
Is that one there?
I mean, they're both here. I see that one, and I see that one.
Can't see that one.
He wants to know how you know to do that.
I don't know, to be honest. I simply can. Something I picked up over a period of time.
Most unusual.
But I've seen this being. I have heard it speak.
What did it say?
And something about age. We played some music, I think.
Oh, that's nice. Did you have a good time?
I think so. But he knows, I think, what I'm looking for. And you know, I think, how to get to it. And I just need your help to get to it.
Oh, you mean the door?
Yes.
Well, that's a weird door.
Every door is weird if you don't know what's behind it.
Some really nice doors. They make them out of this really old wood, and they add like the texture to the front so that the wood is not forgotten. And they put I don't know what it's called, but they put it on and it makes it a little bit shiny. And then when the light is on it, it looks. Those are nice doors.
What about that door?
The shiny door? I think Remington has one. But if you mean the door, the door, the scary door, you go in the main door of the building of the Arcana of the school, and you turn left, and you go up the stairs, and it's the first door on the right. We don't let people go there though.
Left, up the stairs, and to the right.
Mm-hmm. Weslyn, that description sounds oddly familiar to you, like you've been there before. A long, long time ago. Sounds like the kind of place you would refuse to stay.
Thank you, Delphine. And sorry, I don't remember your name.
I'm not allowed to say it. Only he can say it.
He'll say it to me at some point. Soon.
Okay.
No, it's not time yet.
I don't know what time it even is. I think I'm late. But I haven't had
You're
my
exactly where you're
sandwich.
supposed to be. Enjoy your sandwich.
Thank you. Do you like sandwiches?
Do. But I have somewhere to be.
Do you want half of my sandwich? It has a very good berry on it. It's very nice.
I'm afraid it's unwise to eat the things that appear in your dreams.
But then wouldn't you always go hungry in your dreams? Sometimes my dreams are just me eating.
Many of mine have been too.
Mm.
And I lost a lot of time to that.
It's time I'm willing to lose.
Enjoy your sandwich, Duffini.
Thank you,
Sure, we'll
Wesley.
meet again.
Probably.
We'll scoot back towards the Arcanum.
Bye. Oh, he says bye too. Hatsu's meditating. Eos is looking at Boreal, who's looking around confused at this point, probably. Eldrin, I have no idea if you've come to grips with reality yet. Madriana, you were last seen shredding books, tearing them apart, getting angry. What are you doing now, my friend?
She's just sitting in this mangle of a room. Very confused, very annoyed that she's allowed herself to be a part of this. And essentially she's just staying there for now because she's got no other... She can't think well enough to know whether there's any other place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nowhere in here that's gonna give her answers. The only answers that she can see is being from Weslyn or Eos because they're the ones that brought us here. But neither of them seem to know anything either. So right now she's kind of in a stalemate as such.
There's a momentary flicker before her. The books that were lying on the ground are suddenly perfectly back on the shelf, and then suddenly they're on the ground again in a mess. Though the mess is in a different order. The door opens. Ah. Can I help you?
No.
Are you all right?
No.
Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, Remington.
Seems like you've had a taxing day.
About a taxing week.
I would imagine that is par for the course in Verdois.
Oh, I've been all over the place, but not Verdois, not recently.
I was to understand you were just coming here from there, but if you are on other journeys, that's hopefully good ones for you, although your demeanor would suggest otherwise.
Don't take this wrong, Remington, but this is all fake. This is all nothing but a memory that I or my companions are concocting as we go. That's why I can't get into your vault, even though I know exactly where it is. That's why I can't see any of the writings on any of your books in here.
Madriana, if this is a memory, what are you trying to remember?
Trying to remember if there's something I've seen, something I've noticed while I was here at the school. Something to do with you, something to do with your family that might indicate to me how to get out of this fucking book.
Ah, books. Now, those are interesting.
No, not books. Book.
Which one?
A prison for an evil creature.
A seal.
Yes.
And are you an evil creature?
Am I the creature?
You said it's a prison for an evil creature. Do you deem yourself as such?
No. Unfortunately, I walked into this because I trusted people. I don't know if they're trustworthy or not. I just know that I am now here and I need to get us out.
Well, I may not be in your mind as the real Maleficum, if that is the case, but I am Maleficum. What is it that you think
The
you're
problem
searching
is, I'm trying to remember back to my teachings, everything we've learned. I've been at your school now for a few years. I know that isn't the case for you because this is where we start as far as this version of you is concerned. We've done the trials, we've done the tests. You sent us to go and see the wolf kin. You sent us to do different things. We've investigated some of the world. Up on the mountains above this place, two of my compatriots, one who died and then has come back again, found a book that apparently one of your ancestors has sealed up there. Now, I know you're not going to have any information you can give me about this because it's not a conversation we've ever had before. So it's not a memory that you can give me information on. But I'm just trying to remember from everything I've seen, all the time I've been here, if there was something I noticed, something I read, something that someone said something that would give me a clue as to what I can do to get us out of here.
Well, the item you're describing sounds a lot like the Abyssal manuscript. If that's the case, then you are talking about Vethros, are you not?
Yes.
Yes. In that case, it is less of a book. It is more like a prison. An early version of a seal. Do I need to explain what a seal is to you, Matrona?
I know its purpose now. To keep him trapped.
Then perhaps your exit is not to understand its purpose, but to understand what its purpose is there for. Not the how, but the why.
Its purpose is to contain something that shouldn't be out in the world.
Sure, but what else does a seal do?
Stops things getting in, I guess.
Perhaps. But for the person or persons contained within? It is not just a prison where you have your meal at a set time and you go to a prison yard. It's almost more than that. It is a prison, but it is not a hellish prison. It tends to show you memories, cherished ones. So if you are indeed a seal, then perhaps this is just a cherished memory, or more likely, this is a memory you need to see. So if you are here, now, on this day, in this memory, in this moment, what is it that you think you need to see?
I need to see a way out.
Well,
I need to see someone that knows the way out. But if, like the books, like everything else, it's just based on what I remember, or even if it is the collective of what me and my compatriots that got pulled into this remember, that's on the hope that somebody heard something. It's okay living the same day over and over again if it's a treasured memory. But there's going to become a point where it's not treasured anymore.
well, perspective is funny. You have the perspective that it is still a treasured memory, that you are here in this moment. And you get to be in this moment, on this day. But it frustrates you. Because you know that there is an exit. You know there's a way out. There are very few prisons in the entire Isles that don't have some way out. They are just sometimes more arduous than others. But if it is a prison, and it has a door that you presumably came through, then it has a door that you can exit through as well. Something that opens from one way can surely open from another. I just think that memories are a little bit funny because they weren't scripted when they were made, but they are scripted forever after. But you and I have not had this conversation before, or I assume you would not be having it now. So this is an unscripted memory. If this is the case, then what else around here is unscripted? Perhaps that would lead you to an exit of some sort.
But on that basis, then, you would know what created this seal. So surely you should be able to tell me how to get out.
If you're in the Book of Athros, you're not in a seal, you're in the seal. This is the work of Stella Maleficum. This is where all of this was based upon. Her crowning achievement. A way to save people who otherwise would not be saved.
What about if I return to where it was? That was an idea one of us had, but like I said, when I went to your vault, I couldn't get in there. I couldn't see it.
Those who were involved in going to the vault, are they with you now?
One's walking around the school somewhere. One isn't here yet. Not in this version. But he's stupid anyway. He turned to gold.
The vault will do that.
Tried to get greedy. Yes. What if one of the people that went there went back then? Would they be able to find the book again?
I suppose, if their memory serves them well. But I'm not sure what the book would do. You would like to go further into another book?
Or we could try and destroy the book.
If we were to take you from Verdois and bring you to, let's say, the biggest prison in Palperoth, we put you in your own cell, isolated, alone. We both know you would escape. How long would it take you to figure out the patterns, the passage, the safest route, what time to do it, and exactly how to open the door?
Could potentially be a lifetime.
I would be very surprised if it took the great Midriana a lifetime to escape a prison. I picked you for a reason. Whether you're in a seal or locked up 1,000 feet below the dirt, there's always an escape. You just have to figure it out. But on the off chance that this isn't an illusion, just please attend your classes on Monday. It would be very irresponsible for me not to tell you that.
Don't worry. I passed your test the first time. I could do it again.
It's the great
My
thing
father's vault is not as impenetrable as yours.
That's the great thing about Maleficum's Imajana. If you meet us, you've already passed the test. Anything after that is just formalities.
Yes. I'm going to go now. Thank you for your time, as ever. Or no time, as this may be the case.
Well,
But
if this is just an illusion, I have plenty of it, and you may have as much of it as you need.
as you said to me, on the off chance that this isn't an illusion and does lead to the potential of what goes forward, don't go to Hatsu's hometown. That's all I'll say. For the sake of you.
Yoshitsugu? He will be a fine addition to the
Don't
school.
go. He is. But don't go to his hometown. For the sake of you, for the sake of the school, and for the sake of every student here. Just in case some of this isn't just a memory.
I'll take your advice.
She stands up and heads out without kind of saying anything else. And literally from now until the point where she needs to pass out, she's going to be inspecting the whole of the island, the school, everything with incredible detail of something must be different that wasn't the case before.
Investigation, please.
That's a 3 for a 9, but I do have my inspo that I'm going to use.
Go ahead.
That was a 19 for a second. 15.
15's fine. You wander these halls. You check everything you remember, every classroom you've been into, every beaker in the science room. You check every dummy in training. You check the library and see if what books are there, what do you remember. You check the hallways. You check the entrance, you check the foyer, you check where the dining hall. All of it seems to be the same. In the dining hall beneath the table, you find chicken asleep wrapped around the carcass of recently consumed roast chicken. You find Hatsu praying outside with Eos just sort of standing there awkwardly. And Eldrin, actually. Sorry, you would see Eldrin as well. You see Weslyn rushing past, trying to figure out a pathway that he was led to. Something captivates you about that. You follow him in to the left, up the stairs and to the right, to your dorms. And the only thing that's different is a large, dark, twisted, gnarled-looking iron gate that replaces your door to your dorms.
You say I saw Weslyn there.
Weslyn led you there almost. You kind of just followed him, maybe out of natural curiosity.
Well, this isn't how it looked originally.
How did it look originally?
Like the other dorms around here. That most definitely was not our door.
Our door?
This was once your chambers, the same as it was ours. Well, maybe not your chambers, but our Weslyn's chambers.
We may need the others. This may be the way out. I'm not sure, though.
Of
You
everything
don't have
I've
to
seen,
follow me.
I followed you this far. You're the only real... Wait a minute. But you're not. Weslyn, stay here, okay? And don't go in without us. I chose to trust you when we came in here. I hope you choose to trust me now.
Time is of the essence.
Absolutely. I will be swift. And the wings, and I'm gone running as quick as I can and then getting straight into a full flight, and I'm heading out to the others.
You soar down the stairs and around the corner, which is something I would love to do. That sounds amazing. And as you're flying out, you fly over the heads of several students who are just like, whoa. What are you looking for? Or who, maybe I ask?
I'm going straight to the others on the beach.
Yeah.
And literally full pelt dash in, flight straight into it, and then landing so that I come to a slide on one knee and one shin. Yeah, like literally in the sand, like past me, using my wings to cover my face as it just goes past.
Sick. Unfortunately, Eldrin, you're not immune to that, so sand just hit the goggles.
And then as the goggles clear from Eldrin, I'm stood right in front of him, and she just grabs him. You're the only anomaly here. You're the true anomaly. You might be able to see things that we haven't, or we can't, because you don't have the memories here like we do. Everyone, we need to go. Hatsu has found a door. You might actually be the key to unlocking this.
Has he found a door?
Weslyn found a door.
Did I say Hatsu?
You found a door?
Hatsu, yeah.
Sorry, it's Weslyn. Sorry.
I made you understand it's not there, man.
Blade of shadows, send us a beat for those who in.
Let's go.
I'm still clearing off my goggles, and I'm like, give me a second.
How about no? Okay. And I just pick him up and start flying.
As you take...
Because I know Hatsu's quick enough, and Eos has got Ducky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, geez, my brain fucking died for a second there.
Way too hot today, man. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like hugging a fan here. Yeah, so... Can horses? I assume horses can go upstairs. Sure.
Yes, they can.
You fly through. Eldrin goes, Hatsu, I don't know if you're moving or not. You're the only one that I'm unaware of. Because you didn't yell.
Hatsu's in deep meditation. He wouldn't get shit recognized. He's gone.
Eos is like trying to pick him up.
Just like tie him to the side of like a statue, like a Buddha statue or something. He's in meditation. You just tie him to the side of the horse. And you just...
Sure.
Just tie a rope around him and drag him along. He'll be fine.
No. Good mental more respect.
I'll just breeze past that.
Thank you.
You try and get Hatsu's attention. Let's say that, because I want to do this respectfully and not just like tie him up and just drag him up the stairs.
Okay, what if like he's in his meditation pose and they put him on Ducky's back in that very pose?
That's fine with me. If you're fine with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that though. But as you lift him, you recognize he's light as a feather.
Like when you lift like a balloon underwater. Yeah. Sure. You guys, in a weird way, Madriana, you fly up holding Eldrin, who's like full child tantrum pose, refusing to like be picked up. And then like Hatsu's in full meditation as Eos just brings him up the stairs. Weslyn, it's a maelstrom of chaos all of a sudden as Madriana flies in, kind of puts Eldrin down, the horse shows up, Eos is on it, Hatsu's tied to the side. That all happens in like 2.5 seconds.
What do you think?
What? Give me a second. Fix my goggles.
Each of you sees the same thing, except for Eldrin. You all see these old rickety iron doors, like with these bars on it that are gnarled, that are like it's carved into the wood, but almost wrong, twisted. Eldrin, you see what looks like the most heavenly celestial gates. Beauty upon beauty, something stunning, something unnatural in the most beautiful way, something divine.
I have an idea.
Let me in! It just starts shaking the gates.
Before your
Then you would just hear Hatsu that just all of a sudden says, I have an idea.
Okay.
1 second, Hatsu. Aldrin, what do you see?
It's amazing. Do you guys see this?
There's a nice storeroom. There's a tea count over there.
No.
A nice box.
Here. I
What?
put my hands up and I'm like, put my hand along the gate and I'm like along the entrance of it and I'm like, all here. Look at this.
Eldrin,
This is part of the building.
Yeah, when there's a door in, there must be a door out.
But he sees it different to us.
you can almost see a reflection
Because he wasn't
of,
part of us originally.
you see almost a reflection of golden light upon Eldrin's face. You can see the ramifications of the door, though not the door itself.
Oh, Eldrin, are you
It's just
alone?
No, I'm feeling very good. Look at this. It's amazing. Look at this door. Look at this gate. Isn't it the most amazing thing ever? It's a big golden gate.
Disappearing to the heavens. Anyway, this is just an illusion.
This looks too good to be an illusion. Look at this.
That's a trick, Eldrin. Don't follow the light. You can only see the light. I can't see the light, so don't follow it.
You feel it. The warmth. It's just... This is it, man. No kidnappings behind this door.
Definitely feels like the DM is like, hey,
Walk
run
through
into
this
the
door.
void.
He just gets hit in the back of the head as he walks through.
Get hit with a DM saying, yeah, create a new character. You... Fade the Black, you died. Major Anna, you can't see this, can you? You can't feel this.
The black wrought iron bars that are crooked and twisted.
Oh. Give me your hand. And
No.
Hatsu, someone.
I don't even know how we got here. Or how
this is our...
I tied you to... Sorry, Hatsu, let me take you down, buddy.
Sorry, Major Anna, go ahead.
This is our dorms, Hatsu. You, me, Eos, and I'm guessing Weslyn see this in a particular way, whereas Aldrin sees it completely different. This is the only thing that's different in this school from when we were here. This shouldn't be here like this. The fact that it's different to us than it is to him as well means that this is either an exit or further in. But it's the only thing that's different.
I mean, Adrian is different as well.
Exactly, which is why he sees this differently. He wasn't here at this time with us.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't our Weslyn, but it is Weslyn who was at least here with us. Aldrin wasn't here with us at this day. That's why it looks different. Above the table, Amagiana is chalking it up to that. She has no idea it's because of his potential religious connections or anything like that. Like, it's for her, it's literally a case of it's because he wasn't here with us day one. He's got a different memory of this place compared to us.
Question to the DM. As I'm like touching the gate and everything, are my hands still transparent, translucent, however we would like to describe it?
You know what? I hadn't thought about it, but I'm going to say no. They aren't. Not in this light.
Transcendental.
I'll take your word for it, because I can't reach Google from here.
Sames. As I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, look at my hand. Look at this. And I turned to everyone and I showed him my hand.
Open the door.
Hatsu is kind of fiddling himself loose from Ducky. And he just turns to Eos. You bring Ducky back up in here? That wasn't a good idea last time, I
It's
guess.
the quickest way.
Dash was pissed.
Yeah, but Dash isn't here, and this, sadly, isn't real Ducky.
So, shall we, Amy?
Should I go through?
I honestly don't see any other choice.
I mean, it can't get worse. I couldn't project my mind.
Oh, it could get worse.
And it's kind of restricted. I mean, come on, Weslyn. We have been worse.
You were drawn here, Weslyn. Why?
I was told it would be here.
Who or what would be here, Wes?
Maybe a very, 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 very old friend of yours was watching you. You never know.
A memory.
A bee, a fox, can be all sorts of things.
Coconut?
Thing of bees. Where is the fox?
Is he around us, DM?
Weston goes to get the fox. Go look for the fox. Can't leave that creature behind.
You head down the stairs, and as you're heading out, you glance into what would be the mess hall of this place, and you see Chicken just asleep underneath a table, wrapped around the carcass of a chicken. A roast chicken in this case.
He will approach the table, kneeling down, crawl underneath it. Give the fox one look over, seeing it again as it is, not whatever that weird magical signature was. There was strange tomfoolery was happening with that. He will scoop it up into his arms.
It remains asleep, peaceful, gently breathing.
Carry it back to the stairwell. A little bewildered by this. I think it's the first time he's actually been in physical contact with it in all of his memory.
Something feels good
In all of
about
my
it,
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll bring the fox back to this weird magic door. This weird magic dream.
As you stand before the door, Chicken wakes up slightly. It looks up at you not with confusion, but with gratitude. And jumps up to kind of nuzzle against your face, and as they do, we create an omen we have created ourselves of your character art as Chicken sits upon your shoulder, ready to move on to the next room.
Stealing is bad. Steal.
For some reason, you feel like Chicken is selectively not hearing you.
Open the door, Eldrin. We're all here.
We go through.
The only way out is through.
I want to open the gateway, the doorway. I want to push it open. If it pushes open. If it has to be pulled open, I'll pull it open. I ain't falling for that.
It's heavy. Though made of gold, it feels heavy, like burdensome iron. But you push, and the doors split open. Light cascades upon you. A room ahead of you that you have never seen. It is made of crystal, marble. It is stunning. It has large windows that look across a mountain range. And on the middle of the floor, kneeling down, is a woman with purple skin, horns slicked back, and she kneels over a bird. What would you like to do?
As I see her, I just say, hello?
No response.
What does it look like she's doing to the bird? Like, is the bird non-responsive, or like, does it look like she's feeding it, or?
She appears to be almost inspecting or studying this bird.
I turn to everyone with me. They all come through with me.
It's up to them.
Yeah. Do we see the same thing?
Yeah, you all see the same thing.
Should we say hi?
Eos would cast a message at the person. Cast in chat. It was saying, sorry?
You cast message, but nothing happens.
Take a step.
Is this a memory inside a memory?
As if
I'd like
Are
to
you
approach the
the-
person.
Are you the maleficent voice that I heard when we entered?
There's no response. Eldrin or Madriano, one of you? What did you say?
Go for it.
Okay, so I was going to say I'd like to approach her.
Sure. You approach her.
I'd like to carefully walk up to her, and is she kneeling down, or is she standing over
She's
the bird?
kneeling down, and she has this kind of journal that's open, a rather large book that's open, and she has the book, the bird here, kind of laying down. It doesn't look injured per se, but it does look weak.
I'd like to kneel down next to her, kind of not like maybe about 3 feet away, but close enough to be able to see, but to the side of her. I don't want to be within arm's length of her, like, so to say, but I want to be close enough where she would definitely be able to hear me if I was to speak to her. But I would like to investigate or even check how the bird is doing. Like, I want to see what's up with the bird.
You can do a medicine check for me. In the meantime, while you do that, Madriano, what were you going to say?
I said, is this something that any of us remember? Like, is this like a memory that any of us have?
No.
Okay.
And that would be a 17, sir.
The bird appears to be on its way out. It's breathing heavy. It has almost a whistle to it, but at the same time, it has almost this brightness to it as well, as if it were melancholy singing. It's trying to whistle or maintain its song, but it is not doing well at the moment.
It's a song recognizable.
Yeah.
It could be recognizable to one of you. Madriana, though you do not recognize this room, you recognize the surroundings outside, as your father recently sent you here. Though they looked a little different when you were here.
Is it actually a bird? So, like, let's say that these heroes, if that is who this is over this creature, becomes a god. Their stance, their presence would be much, much bigger than, say, an everyday folk. Is this actually a bird? Or is this a god looking over a being?
You are in Milithir, the tower and home of the emissaries of Paragon. And you are looking at Stella Maleficum as she writes in her journal, which is a familiar book that you have seen before, one that you are within right now. And the bird on the ground appears to be one of the first test subjects. The door opens in a way that none of you have ever seen before. It opens automatically. And a gentleman walks in. What are you doing? He looks towards her, not with familiarity of, I'm happy to see you. He looks towards her with aggression, anger. His name is Kuzman. Kuzman Scorchwood. He walks in, and Stella looks towards him. I need this to work. This seal is all that will keep us safe. This will protect them. It'll protect us. And nobody has to die. Yes. And what happens when something bigger than a bird goes in? Your power can barely contain it. When she stands up, blue aura emanating around her frame. Her horns stand tall. I can do this. Kuzman looks towards Stella and just simply says, and if you can't? The last tone you hear is the bird singing as it fails and dies. And the image fades. A new image takes the place. Rain begins to fall. Lightning begins to strike. As you all board a ship. Eos. When we come back from the break, we will be joining you in your vision. But for the first time, your entire party will be there.
Oh boy.
Let's take a little break. Just a wee little break. Just a wee one. A small one. A tiny little break.
We break indeed.
So the giant squid is Vatharos. Sheesh.
We will take a break while Busy unpacks whatever he's doing there. He's on a mental journey somewhere far beyond what we're doing. But we'll take a little break. We'll be back. It'll be about 10 minutes. We'll come back. Yeah, 10 minutes. But first, very quickly, not Vathros, but Vatharian. First of all, thank you so much for gifting subs. You're a madman, because I've been told that today is your birthday and we should be gifting you, not the other way around. So just a big happy birthday to you from us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you always being in the streams, always being in the chat. You're always so good to us, and we appreciate you. You've gifted a lot of subs and done a lot for us, and we appreciate you, and we're glad you're part of the community. Thank you so much. We want to say happy birthday. So everyone, give him a happy birthday. Or you're fired.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy anniversary of the day you broke out of the maternal mucus.
Nice.
Wow.
Congrats.
Oh dear.
You broke the shackles that are known as the umbilical cord. You are free.
Happy cake day.
Shackles of life.
Happy cake day. That's a much better way of doing it. Let's forget everything we just said. Happy
See?
cake day, man.
That's wisdom of life. When there's a way in, there must be a way out.
Advice I expect you to take many times over the course of this this chapter of your book. Oh, I brought it back. All right, we'll take our break. We'll BRB. Thank you so much.
I'm so sweaty.
It's fucking hot, isn't it? Holy shit. Oh, it was a bit early there. Hey, we're back. We're actually back. It happened. We came back. We did. We told you we would. We did it. prophecy foretold. We will be jumping into the sultry tones of Eos's vision. Eos, it is raining in Ashrest, something you don't see very often. Very unique, because Desolata rarely has rain.
You on the boat?
You're on the edge of the boat, you're boarding it like you're on that kind of crossover.
She does the thing with the hands.
Sure.
Kind of down by her side. She's not trying to make it look obvious or whatever, but just seeing if pause, play, fast forward operates here.
Doesn't.
Audibly. Not in control of this dream.
Doesn't belong to you.
Nope. Nothing belongs to me anymore, seems Weslyn.
Keep that in mind. What do you want to do?
Shall we board, my friends?
Yeah. I'm probably on the same wavelength as the Adriana. Maybe not. I'm definitely going to go on a limb and say, is this the same boat that your dad was on? And that you've mentioned before stuff happens?
Yeah. Is it the same boat?
At that point, I think the book is trying to tell us something.
Book is trying to kill us, I think.
I don't think so.
Neither of those things.
Adriana, what do you think?
Could be one of two things. Could be trying to hurt us as part of the design of this prison. Or someone could be trying to show us why he was imprisoned.
Oh.
Then what does this have to do with it?
I guess we have to watch the movie and find out, right?
Is this the movie you already watched?
1,000 times, Hatsu.
Maybe that's part of the explanation. But you just didn't know what to use that for.
That's true, but when you face your own demise time and time and time over and that of your loved ones, it's not funny anymore.
If you watched it that many times, you know every detail. Look out for the thing that isn't the same anymore.
And that's gotten us this far, Major. No, you're right. Imagine it was the missing piece of the puzzle last time. Or the odd one out. I don't know.
Definitely odd one out.
We're all odd.
Yes. In his situation, Aldrin a little bit more so.
Hey,
Yellow eyes is
we're all mad here.
Okay, before we get cabin fever, let's go.
I hate the sea, just so you know.
Why? Yeah, we need to talk about that later, yeah.
Are you all boarding the ship? A few things are noticeable as you do. Tatsu's backpack is the rift satchel. Eos is holding her staff. Weslyn, you have access, if you wish, to the seal. And notably, and more interestingly, you're all translucent, transparent, transdimensional, whatever you want to be. But Eos is not.
I've just worked out what you're doing, DM, and I don't like it.
Got my stuff. Dink dink. Hey Ramiel, how you doing?
Ramiel is there and just like kind of happy to be there. The rain, as it flickers through the light, creates a weird illusion of rain silhouettes through Ramiel, because Ramiel is only visible through the light of the staff. So
That's so cool. I can love that. Eos looks at her staff, looks at Ramiel. Ramiel, Hatsu, Ramiel. Right. Should I move the staff to see if it moves Hatsu? Because she's kind of figuring it out now. Oh.
What is a Remuel?
Oh, Ramiel, he's my little staff friend.
How do you make staff friends?
Oh, so on page 14 of the 18 pages that Slate gave me, apparently the staff has a little kind of a creature that can emanate from it.
Like Albi?
I suppose so, Matron. Is it the same idea?
I don't know how you conjured yours.
Albie isn't kind of shot out from light from you. Albie just exists. Really?
Technically, Albie doesn't exist, actually.
Oh.
He is a companion for the lonely and weary. Nothing more than the same as this. A dream, a thought, a memory brought to life.
Now you're getting it.
So is this a projection of the soul that lives in the staff?
In a way, but I chose what he should look like. The name simply came to me from a book I read long ago. But I chose this form for him. Or
So you created it.
Yeah, on my
Interesting.
linear.
I guess in that sense, Eos, it is exactly like Albie.
Ah. Just stares at him for like 30 seconds.
Right. Remember, keep your eyes open. Look out for the stuff that doesn't make sense anymore.
Why are all you transers, but not me?
Because this is your dream, my dear. Not ours.
Why am I the only one getting wet then? That's not fair.
the ship begins to set sail. Eos? Your father notices you.
Dad!
What are you doing here?
It's a very good question.
Didn't you
Very
leave with
good
your
question.
friends?
We did, but a ominous book decided otherwise.
When I was growing up, a lot of fathers would tell me some advice. As you were just born, I was still a young adult. The advice was that I should never really try to understand the things that are going through my child's head, because it'll never be the same experience exactly that I went through, and not to thrust my own experiences upon you. But you and I are going to have to sit down at some point and talk about all of this strange stuff you talk about. I want to understand you better. You shouldn't
what
be
I
on this
can.
ship, and certainly not in this form.
Oh, yes. Give me a moment. I cast disguise self.
Don't consume the spell slot.
Correcto. Thank you. Oh, okay. Merci beaucoup.
Right. He looks around at all the people who are just walking by that seem to have taken no notice. All right. Eos, you need to get off this ship. I will lower one of the escape rafts, and we will get you off this ship before it is too late.
She puts her left hand on his right shoulder. Mm-mm. Not today, Dad.
Eos, this is a secret top secret mission of the highest order from the military, from the crisis response unit, in a joint effort, and also it is not safe. You can't be here for this.
Cass messaged him and explains that the friends are around her, translucent. She was shoved interdimensionally onto this book from the book. And yeah, she's staying put.
You know him well enough to know that it looks like he has a headache. Why is there a fox here? He watches his chicken walks past.
That's how he got his name, Chicken, see?
He got his name Chicken.
Because he eats roast chicken.
He was
on
eating
carpets
drugs.
for some reason.
It's okay if you are. I won't tell your
Mom said
mother,
no,
but
I'm not.
Okay.
This is far worse than any trip you could ever be on.
He hears people calling for him. I have to get back to... Just get ready.
Yeah.
I will lower a ship shortly. We will get you off of this safely. Don't
No,
argue.
I'm
This
staying
is my ship.
not arguing. Stating facts.
You and your mother. I think she's with us today. Feel the rain.
I hope so.
Do you feel the rain on your
Yeah.
skin?
Yeah, I didn't bring a jacket.
No one else can feel it for you.
I'm not gonna let it in. Go do your work.
Just shuffles off. He is working very hard. He's bringing the ship together. He's keeping people in line. And for the most part, you're keeping to yourself. Your friends are all able to see this, so any of you can interact, just not with the environment so much. But with Eos, you can.
Look around. Is there anything different?
She walks around slowly, specifically keeping the head of the staff within her backpack. So again, like the flagpole for the attaché, as we're known. She's just slowly walking around. She's looking at stuff in detail, using her... She's elven. She has keen senses. She can look at things in quite an exquisite detail quite quickly. Trying to pick up anything different to her previous memories to this. Of course, memories are a little bit foggy, even at best, if anyone's capability. So she's going around the top deck, checking the nets, same amount of piling as before, seeing how the sails are set, tied up the same to what she recalls. The boxes that herself and Wes sat on previously, same arrangement, same degree of facing that they would have. Yeah, she's looking for any loose ties here.
Amy.
Yes.
Amy.
Yes, Hatsu.
Last time you said Eldrin was the key because he wasn't there. What if we are the key because we haven't been here?
That's very possible. But the thing is in the school we were all there. There was more than just one of us that had the memory. The whole school and everything that was built up was based on what we all had. This time it's only based on what Eos has had.
Yes, but when Eldrin was able to see something different than we were able to see, maybe we are able to see something different that Eos is not able to see.
Which is why you need to keep your eyes open, yes.
You didn't say that. I was confused.
Just keep it in your head that you need to be very, very aware at all times right now. If there's something that looks particularly weird to you, mention it to Eos in case it looks different.
Hatsu skitters out to observe.
Eldrin. You can
Is
speak
there-
normal volume, Eldrin. They can't hear you.
It's still kind of weird. is there anything we should be keeping an eye out for, or is there anything that, always happens, or somewhere you're always around that we should be around or be near?
Eos takes her backpack off and places it on one of the boxes and holds the back of the backpack to her mouth so people don't hear or see her speaking, hoping that the others can hear her so it doesn't look too freaking weird.
Sure.
And she takes about 2 to 3 minutes explaining in the detail as she remembers of the top deck, because that's really all she's been on.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I'm appreciating your rope management. It is exquisite.
Thank you. I have been for 30 years the master ropesmith of this ship. A roper,
incredible.
some
And
would call me.
Ah, that's what you do. Well, I'll be. How do you stop the ropes getting tangled when they go down via anchor?
It's a gift. Oh, you mean actually?
Fine.
When you drop the anchor, the ship, it pulls the rope and keeps it taut so it doesn't get tangled.
And when
You
it
can
goes
trust
back
a
up,
rope.
how do you...
We know.
Excellent.
Yes. Well, I better get back to work.
Take it easy, Mr. Roper, sir.
You too.
He's the first that goes overboard.
He's the one that gets his legs tied up in the ropes and goes overboard.
See how it goes down. All that rope.
Spends about 3 or 4 minutes explaining in great detail what she
Sorry, are
remembers
you
of the
talking to
top
me
deck.
again?
Yes, I was explaining in great detail what I would believe the way things are here. It's amazing, Mr.
Ah,
Roper.
yes. Go into detail for me. What do you particularly like about the ship?
The sails are clean,
Yes, they are.
but the
They're-
ropes, though,
Yes. the
well
ropes.
greased.
Yes. If there's anyone who's a fan of ropes, it's me.
How heavy are they?
It depends on which ones you use specifically.
The ones for lowering the sailboats.
The ones for lowering the sails, that's a great question, and if you give me 3 seconds to type in the word rope here,
Some
they
might
appear to be
say
roughly
he's so
10
good at his
pounds.
profession.
£10 only.
Sorry, you were saying ghost? No, go ahead, Amisha, sorry.
I was going to say, some might say he's such a good roper, he names himself twice.
Roper, yeah, interesting.
He tries to
Tyler,
hold
isn't
in
it?
the laugh.
Yeah, that joke is going to go over so many people's head. Shout out to our
Yeah.
German members of the audience. We sometimes use silk, and that's £5. Would you know?
Wow.
I better get back to work. I have nothing to do with this. I have
Well,
thoroughly
I'll-
derailed your conversation with your backpack. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'll tell my dad how much of a good job you're doing.
Who is your dad?
Captain Riker.
Shh, I'll get back to work right now. Thank you so much. He's just pulling ropes.
But yeah,
Based on what Eos has told us, a Majorana especially would be keeping an eye on what she would consider poignant parts of the story that Eos had told us.
Fair enough.
Put the backpack back on.
Weslyn takes his usual place on the crate. He's been through this one 1,000 times.
Wasn't, do you see anything different?
I told you what to look for. I think in the last time we shared, the first time we shared this
Yeah.
dream.
But I can't make it do the thing.
Told you were focused on the wrong things.
She tries to clear her mind, breathes in the sea air, and just lets the rain happen, and tries to narrow her focus on that interaction with Wes.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can focus on it as
Yeah.
much as you want. Nothing happens, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
You also, whatever you've noticed out of the ordinary or haven't is entirely directly one-to-one. Nothing else is out of the ordinary bar whatever's happening here.
Yeah. Okay. She takes another walk around. Enjoys it, actually, for a while.
The temperature drops and drops and drops the further you sail. Over the next hour, it gets real cold. It's difficult to even see land anymore. What's strange is how much the water pushes against the boat. This boat's built to handle it, but you feel like unless you were using a special craft, you probably couldn't sail this far out. It needs to be something that's built for this. These conditions, this weather, this push. The water's all pushing in one direction. Every time you have this vision, it's always pushing in this one direction. And then you hear it, the low growl and grumble of familiar impending doom.
Yes, we'll take a moment to find a kind of a quiet corner. Probably actually between the crates where Wes is sitting and that. She's going to lift the staff out a small bit out of the backpack. And she's going to cast a certain third level spell into the crescent moon of the staff. Okay. I'll pop it in the chat there just for... Oh, I have to actually... Yeah, okay. I won't break down that thing.
You are casting... What is Stormpiercer typically called?
Lightning Strike.
Lightning Strike. You're casting Lightning Strike into the staff, which is a capability of the staff to store a single spell.
Yep. Do I use the spell slot or keep it?
At the moment you keep it, but typically you use it.
That works fine for me. Thank you.
But for the time being, you won't be able to use another third level spell. For the time being, but you'll understand a little later all of that. So.
Yeah. And she just, back on. Flagpole attaché. Gonna sit on the crate now.
What is not unusual for Eos or Weslyn, or Chicken, who has been here before as well, but is immediately tripped over by someone walking by, like, oh, fucking, what is Fox doing here? You guys sit there on the crates. But for Hatsu, Eldrin, and Amadriana, this is new. As they begin to call and scream for something that is seen. It's hard not to have a sense of, like, panic. The water itself is breached by this 20, 30-foot sea serpent that just looms over everybody. What little was left of the moonlight from the two moons is blocked entirely. And you are in the shadow of something that stinks of fish and death. This isn't just a raised threat. This is the epitome of a raised threat. This is the living embodiment of a raised threat. Suddenly words that you've read on pages make sense. This is what people like the Crisis Response Unit are for. This is why there's so much fear around these things. And as it begins to approach the ship, looming and preparing to strike upon it, I want to know what you guys are doing.
Screaming.
Very used to scream.
Looking out.
Like, that's her.
Oh, what the shit is that?
Majorana, what are you looking for?
Doorways. Something that's different. Portal. Something that's not right about the scene based on just what the scene is and what we've been told.
Mm-hmm. You keep your eye out, you look, but there's nothing that seems out of the ordinary to you, though it would be hard to, in this moment, necessarily determine what ordinary is your first time here. But there's no door, iron, or otherwise here that you would assume would match the description of something that you had seen previously. Let's go with Hatsu. What are you doing? I'll come to you in just a second, yes.
Yeah.
Hatsu would definitely ready his sword and ready his sword. That's about it.
You ready your sword, you take a familiar pose, and you prepare for what is coming. Eos, you were about to ask me a question?
Yeah. Is Commander Frakes on top deck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as always.
Does he have the sword Hatsu gave him?
He does. Didn't have it in most of the visions prior, but has had it in every vision since.
Excellent, okay. Eos hops down off the crate, backpack on the ground. Left hand is ready, holding the staff. Looks towards Weslyn.
And Remiel is ready too, like growling a little bit, but like a puppy.
Hell yeah. Go
Weslyn.
Ratata. Quick attack.
Quick attack.
I mean, Weslyn, it's like riding a roller coaster over and over and over again.
The excitement
You
is lost.
become-
Yeah.
No, you become very familiar with what's coming next.
You know what turns to
but,
expect,
you know,
the drops. Yeah.
the physics don't change, right? You still feel it. There's still a thrill. There's still a drop. Maybe the endorphins aren't firing as strongly as they used to. But you know, riding this magic mountain for the 900th time or more. He's grinning. And he looks at Eos. And he says, "You're looking at all the wrong things. I told you. None of this is actually what you're supposed to be looking for. Can't stop it."
She takes a moment. Looks behind her. Over her shoulder. Follows shape to top deck. Starts looking up the sail post. Insert word that thing is.
Mast.
Thank you. And looks at the sky.
Okay. The creature prepares its moment to strike. I was going to go to Eldrin, but he seems to be AFK for a sec. The creature takes a moment and prepares its strike. Eldrin is probably still screaming in fear.
Mm.
You look around and there's still no sign of Slate, no sign of Dash. Eldrin, when you're done screaming, what do you do?
Yep. I'm done screaming and shouting, "What the shit is that?" I'll turn around and look at everyone. I see Hatsu readying a sword. I see pretty much everyone kind of bracing themselves, readying for things to happen. I see Weslyn kind of just like, yeah, I've seen this before. It's as if he's just seen someone deliver post to his HOA house. You know, it's just, he's like, yeah, it's same day, same thing, different days. You know, yeah. Eldrin doesn't know what to think, but he's gonna ready. He's gonna get ready, and he wants to ready an action to let loose at this thing. I'd like to ready the spell. Guiding bolt.
No worries.
Towards the creature.
Those of you preparing an attack, this is the final round before the ship is struck. Cannons are firing upon it. The staff are screaming at it, shouting, preparing weapons, trying to throw whatever they can to just deter it, stop it, anything. You may attack.
Actually, how far away is that creature from the boat?
It's about to strike, so it's within about 10 feet.
Hatsu still doesn't think that this is real. So what he would do to prove it is he would full-fledged jump out the ship and try to,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
like with the sword, tack,
Sure.
and in.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, I'll give you acrobatics or athletics.
Hell yeah. Saving throw.
No, it wouldn't be saving. It would just be a normal roll. Acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
can have whichever you prefer.
Yeah, okay.
Saving throw comes later.
Oh shit.
On that one,
I don't have inspiration.
I think what would be
Doodly-doodly.
more surprising to Hatsu is not that he missed, but that he snagged it and caught on, and it begins to bleed. Hatsu, this is not a figment, an illusion, or anything other than a very real threat that you are now clinging onto, very loosely because you were not expecting to find purchase, but you did.
This is not an illusion.
Great final
And
words.
he's trying to cling on his fucking sword
It is
and
difficult
doesn't know what to do
as
from
the
there.
sea serpent is still moving in to strike. Who wants to go next?
I'll let loose my guiding bolt. Throw it into the chat there and roll for an attack. Is a 22.
Hell yeah, hits.
Okay. And that is a lovely 17 for damage.
Nice. And I believe it has another effect as well, right?
Yeah, it's a bonus effect. Next attack against the target has advantage before the end of my next turn.
Nice. And who's going next?
I did say I was perceiving. I wasn't looking to make any attack, so I have no weapon ready.
No problem.
He was looking towards the sky, but now she's very conflicted as to what's happened to Hatsu because she's been told one thing by Wes, but the reality is, so her reaction for this round is simply to turn around and go, "Oh, yeah, there's nothing in the sky."
There's nothing in the sky. Very well. The sea serpent itself completes its strike upon the ship, ripping it apart in a single motion. Chicken, Weslyn, Eldrin, Amadriana, and Eos are lost, along with Commander Riker and the others. Hatsu, you hang on for dear life, as you are then submerged. Your attempt to swim or flee is quickly drowned out, quite literally, when you're knocked unconscious by this creature just slamming into you with the sheer force. As each of you open your eyes, you're standing on the dock. The rain has begun. What are you going to do?
Rinse and repeat. We beat that motherfucker. Let's
Yeah,
go on a
I think
monster
that's
hunt.
Yep.
Some might say, yeah, live, die, repeat.
I'm not stealing their plot, I swear. You,
I'm just a little bit confused that I was able to hit it.
It doesn't make any sense,
Yep.
Hatsu.
That doesn't make any sense.
Weslyn, what am I looking for, friend?
I wish I knew. Visions are strange intersection to the currents of dreams and memories. They flow differently, but are delivered through the same channels. You are shown a certain set of things, whether they are meant to come to pass or they are simply a worry or a fear or something that is a possibility in the fabric of all things here or there.
You gave him the sword, but it didn't.
Yeah, but isn't the sword that I gave him something new?
Correct.
How could he have it in your dream when I just gave it to him a few days ago?
It's
How
because
does
I
that
know.
make sense?
He had it. But if it's a projection of mine, then I would be able to. Tick, 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 tick.
I think he should use the sword.
Oh, it would be great if he used the sword. Yeah.
We should try that.
so.
If that doesn't work, we look for something else.
Muzzle.
What if the point of this battle is not to fight it, but to save your father? What if we get him off that ship? Get him away from it?
Make him the odd one out.
I mean, if this is just a memory, it won't matter. It's still going to happen the way it should do.
One moment. Eos reaches into her backpack. Yeah. Eos slowly pulls out the lid of her seal.
Okay. That is
Do we-
currently occupied. There's a small light in it to suggest that there's something within.
Eos does a mental inventory check to figure out what's inside her seal. Because Ducky's at home. Question mark.
Becky is at home.
Who's inside her seal? Yeah.
Does anyone else know who's inside her seal?
Yeah, the bird lady. we
Seal that
rescued.
Weslyn has?
That's Weston has.
That is
Is
one
it
and
the
only
same
seal.
seal?
Yeah. So at
Oh,
the
that's
moment,
my fuck up. Sorry, guys.
it's okay. At the moment, Eos, I suppose, has it. Any number of reasons why she could over
Yeah,
this period of
parent-
time, but that creature would still be with it.
Thing.
There's only one seal.
Okay. All right. Okay. Puts it back in my backpack. All right.
Wait,
Shit. Okay.
wait. We are in seal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we should have a seal inside the seal. I don't know if that's
Have to.
possible.
Is that a paradox?
Based on the information that I read when I was doing my studies, if there was something that was going to happen with that, it would have happened to us already.
It's currently sealed. But
But
if
you
were to open that,
assume... I mean, it's just a projection, I would guess.
It looked kind of real the way you clung on to the sea snake.
Yeah, did you... I had a lot of dreams where I did fall off a cliff. That felt very real in that moment, but I always woke up.
Okay.
Just saying.
Let's.
But
find
if
it.
Stella Maleficum wants us to see something, we should look deeper into, I guess. And maybe the augmented reality that she creates is a little more akin to reality than we think it would. I'm not sure.
I mean, she was trying to put a bird into a seal. We have a bird in a seal.
Yeah.
They had the bird.
What if, just thinking out loud, what if Stella tried to have a home for all magic entities so there wouldn't be war between magic and non-magic?
Like a giant seal.
Exactly. But what if Vatharos was the only one powerful enough to break through the seal to a degree that he could talk to Slate?
But that wouldn't explain why everything in here, well, at least this situation, is a bad thing. If this
Maybe
was something
still
to protect
separated.
us,
Imagine this is a house with a lot of rooms, and everybody just lives in their own room.
but then that's to say that if Eos was going to be in this house, all Eos is going to experience is distress.
I've experienced a lot of that in my life.
And
What
I'd
if-
like to think if she was to create something like that to keep everyone safe that has a certain ability, it wouldn't be to torture him for all of time.
I mean, what if the torture is to be with yourself alone all the time?
That sounds peaceful.
For some people, it might sound peaceful. For some people, it will be hell, I guess.
So, what if I let out the bird lady at the big giant sea snake?
What if you let her out now?
I mean, I guess if you're wrong, we just reset,
Yeah.
right?
I think
Yeah,
at
no
least
harm,
we
no
should
foul.
warn the bird lady that there's a giant squid coming. That would be fair.
So, okay, let's think this out. We go on the boat. My dad's there. I'll use the change spell before I do that because that was kind of awkward. Should I inform him we have a bird lady inside of a jar? And
I
then
mean, if
have
this
her
is
come out,
the
like, in a cargo
after,
deck or something?
if this is the after because he now has the sword that Hatsu gave him,
Yeah.
and then you turn up and let a bird lady out that mysteriously disappeared. Let's say we do carry on going through, as Weslyn said, rather than repeating, then that's going to leave a lot of issues for your father.
True. But it seems inconsequential, considering
But see,
you guys
From what
aren't
you-
real.
but from what you've told us, you see this thing attack. You don't actually see him die, right?
No, that's just an assumption of mine. Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't. Maybe
I've
the
never
point
seen
of
that
this is
part.
maybe the point of this is to make sure he lives.
Wait. But the book also opened a portal that bring us to Eo's father in the first place. So maybe
Yes.
the whole point was that we're gonna end up here.
That wasn't the book.
Oh, yeah, that was stuff.
Yeah. Maybe or maybe
Both
not.
coincided. Yeah. I see your point. Okay, shall we try and save him this round and next round? Send out the bird lady to kill the snake.
Or we
Yes.
don't board the boat.
Why don't just let it happen?
I'd like to not
Going to
board the
happen.
boat.
Whether we're on the boat or not.
The boat's fun.
Fun. But it's going to happen whether or not we're there. Whether or not we interfere.
So
And
we
if
should
this
not.
is the work of the dragon,
There's a dragon.
then it's not necessarily kind magic we're dealing with.
I
Shall we
wonder
take a
what
vote?
gave you that idea from the evil book that this isn't kind magic.
It was the
Who's
death
for-
song of that bird. Is where I got that from.
Raise your
maybe
hand
the-
or not interfere.
But maybe the book wasn't corrupted before Vatharos was in it for a certain period of time? What if he did corrupt it to a degree that he could interact with stuff? I honestly don't think Stella Maleficum would create an evil book at all.
I don't think the book was evil. I think the book was meant to be good, but he infected the book. That's my working theory. He's like a disease.
Maybe she wants us to cure the book.
Yeah, if that's the case, then maybe us doing good within them will return it to its neutral position. So therefore, we save Dad.
I'm up for that one. That was going to be the second one, apart from not interfere. So, hands up for saving my dad. Eldrin, I see you.
I just don't want to.
Podcast listeners, Eldrin, Eos, and Hatsu raised their hands. Amidrian and Weslyn did not.
I'm all for trying it.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to stand here and raise my hand now.
I should be impressed that we use politics for once, so democracy wins here.
Oh, do we become a race threat when we raise the hand?
I'll raise my hands at some point, but...
You'd have to be a threat in the first place to be a raised threat.
Did you know it's spelled R-A-Z-E?
You're just jealous.
What even is a raised threat?
I'm just choosing not to believe you're evil, Hatsu, that's all.
Oh, come on. Just a little bit.
You're not mean, Hatsu. You're wonderful.
I don't know. Did you see how he tried to starve Eldrin? Right.
He's not gonna starve. He's gonna become a better version of himself. And we have to clean his guts first.
Oh, he can't become a worse version of himself, can he?
I mean, Weslyn became a better version of himself.
No, that was the purple.
He just had to die. He speaks full sentences now, didn't you recognize?
Can we get on the fucking boat, please?
Yeah.
I thought we not go on the boat and save the daddy.
Oh no, this is we're gonna do the one where we try to save my dad, and next time is not interfere.
What if you imposed as your daddy, and we capture your daddy, and he's never gonna make it to the boat?
I don't think my dad would fall for that.
We can just zap him out or something.
No, that happened to...
What if we convince him not to get on?
Come on, you voted to help, so come on, we're going.
Yeah, but what if we convince him to not go on the boat?
He's already on the boat.
Get on the fucking boat.
Ah.
We decided on this, let's do it.
You know, it's so difficult to work with people that don't know what they want. Just saying.
Eos, your dream, your papa, you call the shots.
I was sure my best friends, come on. Love you guys.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go.
Did you say she loves? Sheesh. I didn't know that'd be that far.
Well, I mean, above the table, you two did kiss, so like, you know.
You're exchanging air.
Yes,
what is kissing?
Thank you,
not
Eos.
Exchanging air.
Very true.
I heard it's exchanging saliva,
yeah.
I don't know if you could even survive my... let's talk about that another time.
I'm pretty good at surviving.
As you guys are walking up the ramp,
vampire.
talking about this, each of you, except for Eos, experiences someone phasing through them. Eos, people just bump into you or move past. It's quite a hurry to get things ready. It took you a lot longer to board, so they're basically ready to set sail. This time, your father does not notice that you're here. He's just too busy getting things done, and the roper's already done doing their job. And they, as you board the ship and as you prepare to leave, someone phases through. Hatsu, Madriana, Eldrin, Weslyn. Eos, you sit on the containers again. Someone trips over chicken again. What do you guys want to do?
He's gonna find her dad. And she's gonna cast a message into his mind saying, Ducky says hello.
Eos, what are you doing here?
I'm here to save you. No time for questions, you gotta get off the boat.
I can't do that, Eos. I'm commanding this ship.
Please?
sorry, yes, you know I would do anything for you, but I can't. This is my job.
Okay, in
I have
about
to do this.
12 to 15 minutes or so, a giant sea snake's going to attack the boat and you may die. I haven't seen that part.
Yes, you're just dreaming. These are stories I told you as a child. That serpent knocked down our ship. We almost drowned. A lot of us died. I managed to get away. Minor injuries. This is a chance at redemption, Eos. You're just confusing yourself with those old stories I told you as a child. That's my fault. I shouldn't have told you them.
Can we have any interaction, as in like touching him or not?
As you lean in to touch him, you face through.
Is this like Ghost? Can we like push cans over and stuff, or
How
push
angry are you?
pennies? I'm quite angry at this point.
No, you try to move some stuff and interact with things in the environment while Eos is talking, but unfortunately there's no interaction whatsoever.
I'm going to use Call Sphere.
Okay.
Ooh.
And we're going to see if this actually works on him.
I mean, it works on him, but I'm not sure if it works
Yeah.
the way you intend him to.
Yeah, she's trying to
He's just afraid of you.
scare him. For fuck's sake.
He kind of moves back away from you. He's seeing visions of horror in your eyes, and he just steps back, and he's really, really intimidated and scared of you.
This is what's going to happen if you don't listen to that.
I don't know what you are. Are you a vision? You thing of evil. Stay away from me. He runs and runs towards the other side of the ship.
Eos, scare him so that he leaves the boat.
She starts
Tell him you're
chasing
haunting the boat or something.
After, she starts chasing after her dad.
Suddenly you feel a pull as a bunch of people grab onto you. Another race threat! Throw her in the brig! They grab you, the purple you, by the way, because you haven't changed your form in this reboot. They grab
She
you
uses
and
myself.
you used disguise self on the last wipe, right? Not
No.
on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, you did do it again? Okay. You're
It-
still doing horrible, scary things, so they're going to do what their commander says and grab you. But you're not throwing the brig for being a race threat. That part I'll redact that. They take you and they drag you down the stairs, and they basically throw you into a cell and lock the door.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do something good. Let's scare everyone to death.
Why not?
Your friends are with you. They can kind of walk in and out of
Yeah.
the cell if they want to, but yeah.
Alright, time's of the essence. Let's get out of here. She uses Sorcerer's Burst to cast fire to create a hole to get out.
Of the ship? On the ship?
I'll get out of here and go back upstairs.
Okay, you can't get through the door, but
Alright.
you burn the wood, I guess, underneath it.
Yeah.
Drop down a floor, climb back up the stairs, and that'll work.
Eos, sink the boat. They're gonna take the rescue ships, don't they?
How far away from shore are we, do you think? How long has it been?
About
Like 15 minutes.
It's been about 12 seconds because EOS delayed the takeoff of the ship, so.
Okay.
Do it. It's worth a try.
Alright. She casting Firebolt over and over.
As you
to try
start
and
trying to do that, you hear as someone falls down the stairs, and they're like, oh, and you look up, and Chicken had tripped somebody who was coming down the stairs. And Chicken just
Good
runs
job,
back
Chicken.
up.
Keep doing that, Chicken. Keep doing it.
The ship
Yeah.
slowly starts to burn. Yeah.
Right.
We just blast on Neos. Like,
Yeah. Let's
My
do
help?
it, Eldrin. Yeah.
or we just sort of start doing the same.
Nothing happens as you sort of swing or cast spells. There's no impact from anything you do, Eldrin. But for Eos, absolutely. And for anyone else who even tries to just punch the wood or do something, your hand just phases.
Okay, she's going to finish off with a big old Sorcerer's Burst again of fire, and she's going to head up to the top deck and use Thaumaturgy to create the sound of thunder and start screaming manically going, "Get us off the ship, it's sinking!"
Okay. Make a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Deception. Advantage. Let's roll. 16.
16. You are met with someone going, "Hey, how'd you get out of the brig?" And then someone else is like, "Wait, no, I think she's right."
I am right.
I'm sorry, I'm the roper here. Did you start a fire downstairs?
Oh, you such amazing work. You need to
Thank
move
you.
the ropes. They're gonna get on fire.
What, did you start that fire? I saw you
No.
dragged onto the brig.
My name's not Billy Joel. Let's continue.
You didn't start the fire.
Exactly.
It was always burning?
And when the world was turning, my friend.
Ah, yes. The blaze starts to take, the ship starts to crack, and then it begins to slowly sink. What would you like to
I'm
do?
gonna find a lifeboat.
Yeah, good
Well,
call.
first find my dad.
You find your dad, he's cowering in a corner, still terrified of you. Yeah, still terrified of you. Nope, 1 minute, sorry, never mind. No longer terrified of you, just terrified in general, curled up as his worst nightmares were
Grab
realized.
him.
Sure.
We need to get out of here, Dad. Let's go.
He is reluctant to follow you, but he does. What about your allies? What are you guys doing?
Get off the boat.
Getting out of here.
Okay. You guys hop into the rowboats, the lifeboats, doing your best. It's really uncomfortable because wherever you guys sit, people sit on you or in you, except for Eos.
I'm flying.
The only exception to that is chicken. You're flying? Cool. Then nobody's touching you at all. Because that sounds like a social anxiety nightmare, to be fair. Like, it sort of feels like when you're on a packed train anyway, but it's worse. Yeah, no, you fly. Okay. The ship sinks. Most people are saved. Not everybody. Your lives were taken by Eos this day. Your father's scared on the rafts. They start making their way towards Ashrest. You roll through a fog cloud, and as you do, you find yourself once again standing on the pier.
So, thinking about dinner work. Are you guys with me?
We're with her, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought she was like asking morally, "Are you guys with me in this?" Like, sorry. Yeah.
You're good. No, she meant like we're present.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay,
that was.
so you're not meant to save him then?
No, we cross out saving here. That's no good to us anymore.
You go to cross out saving, and it's no longer on the piece of paper because you went back.
Oh. The paper
Are we meant
sent
to
you.
fight?
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
we are
I
meant
was
to fight.
able to hit it, right?
But like, how are we going to
the
defeat
The
that?
size of that thing.
There
It's
is
not
a few
about the
ships.
size, it's what you make of it.
Sushi.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size
Chicken
of the
tilts
fight
their
of the
head.
dog.
Chicken's like, "Huh?"
Cracks the neck.
Yeah.
It's about hard, Eos. You have to believe that we can make it.
I believe we can.
And your
Start
father really
something.
should use that sword.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things that should really happen.
Right. Eos, you change. Everyone back on the ship.
Right, before
Round
we do
2.
that,
Let's fight.
Let me just do the thing to the staff first before we. So she casts lightning strike into the staff. Change this form again. I'll cast it in the chat.
Okay.
Disguise self.
At this point, I think you're good casting spells. You're good. Unless it's
Okay.
something you haven't
All right.
done already, you're good.
No.
Groundhog
It
Day.
only took one strike for that thing to take down the boat.
Well, let's see if we can
This
handle
is not our fight.
We,
Well, unless you have a better idea.
We let it go.
how
we
do you
just
let it go?
stand
It
here.
affects us.
We did that last time and we got sent back.
No,
We
we let the ship go.
can't let my dad go.
Oh, you
Weslyn.
mean
You have to let it go.
Weslyn wants us to stay here while the ship is going?
But that's my dad, Hatsu.
I know.
I mean, listen. I mean, look at it this way, Eos. If that isn't what's meant to happen, then we'll just get them back here again, and it'll repeat, and then we just try it the other way.
She sits. Just the rain kind of drown out her own noise in her head for a while. Just sits there and watches the boat.
Sure. There's business on the
ju-
boat.
ju-
People are getting it packed up and ready. Chicken goes up aboard. Someone trips over Chicken.
Come back, Chicken. Not going this time.
Chicken stands atop the ramp and looks down at you guys, and then just kind of saunters down.
Scritches.
Scritches
Same way that if you're sad, you
appreciate it.
scritch a dog, and yeah. Right. Well,
I don't want to be selfish, but can you get the sword before we let him go, just in case?
what? I mean,
I'm just joking.
okay. Okay. If you are serious, I could try. Right. Anyone have playing cards or something? This takes a few minutes.
No.
I don't time
sorry.
exists in here, to be honest.
We wait
Does
anyway.
feel time pass, DM?
I think that's pretty much a matter of like a subjective sensation. I'm not sure
In
that any
here,
of us
in this
truly
place.
feel that time passes. For example, I sit down to play
Yeah.
D&D with you guys every week, and I don't feel that time pass at all.
That's true.
Yet it does.
Just previously, Eos has noted time passing, the way the wind blows, river flows, that kind of stuff. In here, does she get the same sensation?
That would be a question for you to answer, not for me.
This crazy little multiverse place.
I mean, time is relative
But
and
she can
subjective at the same time. Like, time
Yeah.
is an experience that we all have that's different. So for Eos, in this moment, does she thoroughly believe that time exists, time is passing? Or does she feel that time is nothing at all? Because that's ultimately the answer to your question.
Yeah. Also the fact that she can see the business on the ship, things are happening without her interfacing with it now. There is a sense of time passing, but she knows that this event is repeated multiple times already. So she's conflicted. She's conflicted about leaving her dad go ahead against the Loch Ness Monster, and conflicted with the fact that she's not partaking in it now. So she's going to sit in sadness for a while.
The boards get lifted. The ship sets sail. Off into the horizon until it's gone. You're on a dock with no ship.
Sitting on the dock of the bay. She lets out Ramiel. Introduces Ramiel to Chicken.
Chicken plays a little bit, like does this little shuffly move. Chicken tries to kind of paw at Ramiel whenever they go through a shaft of light, like gets blocked because they don't understand what's happening, so they're like chasing it like a cat or a dog would of a laser.
Natsu, what did it feel like when Oriel was in prison and you couldn't see him? Because I don't know what to feel.
I just felt that he was held there unjust. Whatever made what happened definitely wasn't my brother.
Somewhere in the distance, though not heard nor seen, the race threat crushes down on the ship and the ship is destroyed. The fog rolls in and once again the ship is in front of you. Looking up at it.
Okay. Right. Do we become pirates?
I say we get on, try to give it our best shot.
What if have to convince the threat that we are not a threat. The same way we have to convince Vatharos that we're not a threat. Remember, we went out to try to make a change in the world, didn't we?
Some of us, I wanted to learn.
What if that change has to happen? I mean, we are at a point where we know.
Oh, yeah.
If that's not the thing, we just do it again.
We've nothing but time.
I mean,
how?
I'm pretty convinced never ever tried to talk to the creature. Why it's so angry.
What do we think the sea snake speaks? Runic? Seraphic?
I think in this place it really doesn't matter.
We'll have to convince the crew of the boat, though, to not shoot it in the...
Yeah, we
whatever it
just
is.
go along and we just remove all the ammunition.
How?
I don't know. You do magic. I do
Yeah.
thinking.
Madriana, how did you disarm things?
Generally with a lot of force.
Aldrin, you were a guard at some point. Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone ever disarm you?
If they did, I didn't know about it, which is all kind of a scary thought.
Okay.
Not that I was ever
Okay,
aware
just
of, though.
Just as an
Kind of
idea,
perceptive to that stuff.
Eos creates water. Water hits gunpowder. Bullets don't fly.
I'm gonna fill the cannons with water. Okay. I like this thinking, Hatsu. Okay. Best
Well,
to
if
do
you
that.
want to disable the cannons, it's even easier than that.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Just jam a cannonball in there with something else, and the moment they go to try to fire it, it'll break the cannon.
You could fill them with sand. I can create sand that's like about my height.
That's kind of weird. But cool.
Yeah.
But weird.
Look, it's good for gardening. It's actually quite useful. All right,
Don't like
shall
sand.
we go? Why?
Coarse and irritating.
I suppose it is. I hate it when it gets between my toes.
Gets everywhere.
Only two of us are physically manifested. Yourself and Chicken. Yourself and I and Chicken have seen this before. What if you flew out to it in Madriana ahead of the ship?
Did what?
Talk to it? Move it away from the ship?
You want me to kite it away?
Oh. Ask it to move.
Why not?
You could do that, Madriana, while I fill the cannonballs with sand. I'll probably do that during the business of them loading up the ship.
See, I love that new Weslyn.
I was kind of fond of the old one. And the wings just, and I'm gone.
Weslyn.
Don't listen to
We're talking
her.
about old Weslyn, new Weslyn.
Yeah, old Weslyn couldn't talk, and he was all about just fiction.
I
Eos is gonna
guarantee
go-
you I am much older than I was then.
And wiser now.
Wise? Just aware.
Isn't device.
Yes, what were we going to say?
She's gonna go invisibility this time.
Okay. You're going to go in and
And-
sabotage the cannons and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, she's gonna fill up my sand.
You board the ship, chicken trip somebody up, you proceed through, you try and destroy as many cannonballs, throw them over the edge, fill the cannons with sand, you do everything you can to disrupt any ability for this ship to attack. Ship sets sail and heads towards Amadriana. Amadriana, what are you doing?
Going to talk to this fucking creature, apparently.
You fly in the rough general direction of it for a long time. It gets colder and colder, especially the higher up you are. You feel that not only are the waves pushing in a set direction, but the wind is as well, trying to keep you from going much further. But before it's reaching the time where you just cannot get any further, you see a silhouette beneath the water that just sends a slight chill through your body.
So I'll fly down and circle within, we'll say, 50 feet like diameter, kind of doing a big ring, trying to keep my air distance and air flight so that I can keep above the wave as such. And I'm going to reach out to it with every different language I have and just what is your purpose? Why are you here?
With a piercing, sudden change, the eyes blast open and yellow light ignites from beneath. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Hopefully not.
Dexterity saving throw. To the 2. To the... Oh, shit. It was an 8 for a 15.
In one single movement, you are gone. Digested into nothingness. The group arrive, and with no ability to defend itself, it isn't very long before the ship is destroyed. And you find yourself standing upon the dock once again. Wondering what it is you're
Me
doing.
as well.
So,
You're all there, yeah.
What happened?
Fucking hate me. What did you expect to happen?
So you could talk to it.
I spoke to it. It devoured me.
Yeah, but it could hear you and it could destroy you.
oh, hot.
Why can that thing hear and interact with you, but nothing else can?
Because that is not of this world, obviously.
That doesn't
Maybe
make
that's
sense to me.
trapped in this book as well. Maybe that's another evil.
I think.
Are we here to defeat an evil within the book?
I still think Stella wants to tell us something. I think there's a reason why these creatures are in here.
What about Bird Lady?
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about that one, to be honest. I don't think that's going to be good.
Shall we vote to launch Bird Lady at the Sea Snake?
I mean,
No.
where is the
Might
chosen
not
one?
get her back in.
He should do this. Didn't he go with us?
But he
Slate.
wouldn't be corporeal like Eos. He's the same as us. This isn't our dream to fight. And I don't mean that harshly, Eos. I just mean that
No,
this is something that only you can actually have true effect on.
apparently, which is crazy, considering me.
You.
Maybe you
Fox
could
as
try and
well.
command the creature?
I don't have such an ability, unfortunately.
But even last time, I could barely see my own hands. I was looking through them. Yeah, I was able to do things. I was able to see the difference.
Okay, let's
Surely
recap
there's
again.
something one of us can.
We were
see
in
or
school.
do.
We learned something in school. We found the book in school. Then we found a door to Stella Maleficum, and she showed us why the book exists.
Yeah.
And now we are in Eos dream, where one of these creatures lives. And we're supposed to do something to change something. So what was her intention?
I don't know. We've done so many different things at this point. Disarmed the boat. We didn't get
But there's
involved at all.
something we don't see.
Problem, Mike. Yeah. You can't see what you can't see. I can see in the dark.
I think
I can't see
we're
with
too
it.
deep in the forest. You can't see the trees when you're mid-forest.
It's true.
What if it was frightened of the boat or someone on the boat?
Something like that isn't going to be frightened by anything other than something as equally powerful.
What if you go, Eldrin?
Out
What
like
if
a Madriana?
What if you can convince it that you were sent by the gods to offer help?
Don't think I could fly that far. I could go on the boat and stand before it, but not fly out like a Madriana. She could
How
fly
far can you
way
fly?
further than me.
How far is it, Major?
Far enough that I wasn't quite sure I was going to be coming back.
How long did it take you to get there?
That flight, for me, kind of felt almost forever. I guess in reality terms, probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe more. I don't know how strong his wings are compared to mine.
That's all I need
It's-
to know.
Yours are definitely 15, 20 times better than mine then, because I've only ever flown for about a minute.
Right.
It's kind of
we're
a
gonna-
temporary kind of thing, not a permanent, but I
we're gonna try
do,
something.
yeah, do think we should try more things.
Yeah, we're gonna try something. This one's gonna be a bit random, but trust me in this one, guys. Yos gets on the boat, uses disguise self, and she's gonna start counting.
Chicken
Get on
boards
to
the
Tell us
boat.
about-
Someone trips over chicken. The rest of you get on. People phase through you. Yos is counting.
Yeah, he's counting till we're about 2 minutes out from the danger zone.
Sure. And there you are, 2 minutes out from the danger zone.
Yep. Goes up to her dad. You better use that
Yos,
sword.
what are you doing here?
Don't worry about it. And she's
very
gonna
worried
use
about it. You shouldn't
disguise.
be here.
Yos flies out to Snake Boy.
Okay. Yeah, you cast fly on yourself and begin flying out. Okay.
Yep.
Yos, what are you doing? And then it's too late. You hover up. Oh my god, it's the end of the session already. You For the podcast, we should just cut it right there. No context.
No,
Yeah,
we love your podcast.
We do. You fly out to the above the sea serpent. You kind of see a silhouette. What do you want to do?
Gonna cast a message in her runic, seraphic, common. She's simply gonna say, please, I'm here to help.
Bright yellow eyes ignite. You gonna do or say anything else?
Keep repeating.
You do until the moment you're devoured. And shortly after, the ship is crushed, destroyed, and you are all aboard the dock once again.
I thought that would work. Ah! What were we, Enios? It doesn't like me. Or Madriana.
I want to try
Maybe
to talk.
it's what you said.
I said,
don't know.
please. I can help. Doesn't
I
want
want
to help.
to. I want to stare into its eyes. I want to look at it.
Why? You're gonna die. Well, maybe not. I don't know anymore. How many? 7, 8?
The only thing we haven't done at this point is fight.
Fighting is what's caused all this problem.
I
We get on the
mean,
boat.
we have like one hit before it hits.
I suppose we could use our biggest hit.
Yeah, but you know,
Maybe it's
that
enough
thing-
just to,
one hits everything.
but maybe it's enough to just make it realize it won't be an easy kill. That's
Okay,
it.
may I ask another question?
Of course. That's it.
Why do you think the group, the most powerful group this world has ever seen so far, decided to capture something instead of killing it? Just a simple question.
It's not out of fear, is it? Because if they feared it, they would kill it.
Obviously.
Experimentation? We've seen Gorebound.
Well, we knew that's it. We
Oh.
knew that it was being taken back to Scorchwood.
Don't capture
Who was
something.
taken to Scorchwood?
The lady we captured or rescued,
Bird girl. Yeah.
she was being taken to Scorchwood.
She had a name.
Yeah, that is what regular humans do out of fear. I ask you, do you think Stella Maleficum would capture something just for the purpose of catching it?
No, you wouldn't do it for shits and giggles.
If she wouldn't see a chance, they would straight up kill it, wouldn't they?
Are you saying that you want to try and capture this creature in the book?
Or in a seal?
Swap Bird Lady for thing?
Would be a change.
We can try it.
But if we
Doesn't it
let
have
that
to go
bird
with
lady
the-
out now, we're just letting her out into a dream. A prison.
Oh, she wouldn't be
That would
happy with
consider that what we here doing is actually happening. Maybe the book just wants to know what we would do and if we're worth getting out again.
it. What if the Bird Lady is...
What
not
if
meant
this
to-
is just a test? If we're worthy of being out again? What if it's all about making a change?
We tried that when we tried to save him.
But this is the one, though, that we haven't tried. To be fair, of all the things we've done action, inaction, and some other things like thinking about. Kind of enjoyed that, but I won't talk about it.
I mean, if the seal doesn't work, we back here in a few minutes and then we can fight all night long.
Oh, no.
Like I said, Eos, this is your party. You get to lead.
I know, but just scratches her head for a while. Okay, vote. The vote is: Bird Lady gets out now, or right when Sea Snake arrives.
You missed the point, Eos. You have to make the decision.
Does anyone have a coin? I don't
All
have
just
pockets.
doing just suggestions. Your choice.
Okay. Okay, fine. All right. Let's out Ramiel. Ramiel. 1 blink, Bird Lady now. 2 blinks, Bird Lady later.
You tell me what Ramiel does, because this is still your decision, Roy.
Shit, tacky mushrooms. Okay, fine. All right. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna roll a d20. IRL. Odds. Bird Lady now.
Okay.
Bird Lady is being let out.
You untether the seal and you unscrew the cap. Smoke appears and suddenly this entity is before you. Where am I?
Hi,
Who are you?
Eos.
What is this?
Is Bird Lady transparent or not transparent?
Not.
So she's IRL. Okay. There's a kind of a situation happening here. We've tried about 9 or 7 different things. What happens is this boat that my dad is part
what
of.
witchcraft is this? How did you get me out of my cage?
Oh, this is kind of a jar. I used it to keep my horse in before.
Are we
It's called
still at
a seal.
Ashrest?
Yes.
Good. She flies up in the air, flies into Ashrest, and you hear the screams as she picks people up and drops them one by one. You hear the squelch
Adrian, I don't think it worked.
as bodies hit and crush off the ground. And she revels in it, laughing as you hear it manically through the storm clouds themselves.
Well,
That was my decision, wasn't it?
we know a thing.
It's a thing.
We have an empty
she's
seal.
not happy. At least she's okay with us.
I read the description of the seal and it said friendly for an hour, and I thought, oh great. And then when you described that, I was like, friendly to us for an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
What do you guys want to do?
Get on the boat at this point.
I've been already on the boat.
My
We're in it
god!
for the act.
Oh my god, run! Ah!
Bring the seal to the monster.
As you board the ship, once again, Chicken trips somebody. You all board. The boards get lifted. And you set sail.
Okay. We're gonna ride this one out so we can bring the seal to the monster.
No problem.
Oh my god.
You reach the point where the monster is about to emerge.
Okay, so disguise self, charge the staff, and in relation to being at the bow where the action happens, where is Riker?
At the bow where the action happens.
Dad, do me a favor, go
Eos,
downstairs.
what are you doing here?
I forgot something downstairs. Can you get it for me?
Eos, this isn't the time. We're hunting something. What are you doing here?
Dad, please, I need something from downstairs.
Eos, you need to get off this Someone get one of the life crafts immediately.
Dad, please, go downstairs.
I don't understand. What are you doing here? How did you get aboard this ship? You're going to be arrested.
You're gonna die if you don't go downstairs.
You can't threaten me. I'm an officer. Eos, You just... What's happening?
I'm gonna release the most horrific being in the universe in about 30 seconds, but you need to be downstairs before it eats you.
The yellow eyes begin to glow underneath the water. Yes, I just... Make a persuasion check. You have advantage.
Thank you.
You're gonna
Eos, here, quick.
Quick, Eldrin, quicker.
You can cast
maybe
guidance. You
15.
did say it. You can cast guidance. Okay.
All right, what's that, +4?
It's a D4.
D4, yeah.
D4, yeah, let's go. I got a 1, it's a 16.
Perfect. This is the way of guidance. Add +1 to all of your rolls. That's what guidance should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I add something to it?
Sure. Ghost Tatsu, you may.
Since Ghost Hatsu knows
Ghost of Toshitsu.
where the serpent is gonna stay, because he's seen it and he's hang on to it.
Yeah.
He is gonna cast darkness on the spot where its head is gonna be.
Sure.
Legend.
A dark smoke billows from the water itself.
Does Riker go downstairs?
Riker looks confused and begins to walk away.
Good lad.
Someone walks up. The same person that Chicken has been tripping this whole time walks up to Riker and
Yeah.
starts to talk to them. Chicken just moves against them, nudging them out of the way, and Riker's just like, just a second. And he starts to head down the stairs.
Okay.
The man begins
Right.
to follow, and he's like, I said just a second, Theywise, for fuck's sake. And they head down the stairs.
What?
All right. Pushing that in a moment. Check. What's going on? I don't even know anymore. And just as Snake Boy emerges out of the Blue Lagoon, go Bird Lady.
Bird Lady's
Who's
back in the
Irontail?
place, just ripping the shit out of Ashrest. This is an empty vessel you have in your hand. You didn't recontain Bird Lady. She's there dropping people in Ashrest as you guys sailed away. Screams were echoing into the night as you sailed away from Bird Lady.
You should release her now, not on the boat. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's back there. She's
Yeah,
not
I
with
thought
us.
I said we were zooming, but okay. All right.
Oh.
Holding on to seal.
I love it when a
hold an
plan
action.
comes together.
You fucking talk to her. What the fuck?
I think there's a miscommunication there. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold
All right.
action.
I love this fucking game, man.
Holding out the jar.
Yep. Nice.
Yep.
RPing, for those of the podcast, Rory is holding a tumbler of some kind in front of him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go to our store. Nice.
What a plug. Flying Orc merch. Sorry, go ahead.
We have tumblers. Yeah, holding out the jar in the darkness.
Okay. The creature
gonna
emerges
try and
from
trap
the
it.
water and begins to prepare its descent upon the ship. How will you try and trap it?
Okay. Action, target one creature within 60 feet. A DC wisdom save.
Does he open
17.
up the sheet? Wisdom is not one of its strongest suits.
Good.
There's a decent suit. Is saving throw or ability check?
It says DC 17 wisdom save.
Save. Okay. It begins to slam down on the ship, and as it does, smoke begins to emanate from this. The creature reels back, and before it can even scream, gets pulled into the seal. The seal goes dee-dee, dee-dee, dee-dee.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
This is a
3
master
shakes
ball.
is good, man. Yeah, this is a
Roll
master
a
ball, right?
d20 for your.
Is it just Mewtwo's making
Absolutely
like wisdom
getting
saving
cancelled.
throws the whole time? Is that why he's so good at it? Yeah, you have to use the Master Ball. Yeah, we're getting cancelled for sure. It's not those colors. It's okay. Yeah, the creature is within. The ship is intact.
How long?
As long as you've been waiting. this particular moment.
Holding the...
Smoke begins to emanate once again from the ceiling.
Looks into it.
It's a good thing you do.
Oh.
The rain stops. The salt water fades. And the smoke gets larger and larger and larger.
Is this meant to do this, Weslyn?
I love when a plan works.
Suddenly you're standing out near a mountain with a tower just built into it, carved into it. A large door in front of you, and you see someone barreling towards it, frustrated, angry. Stella Maleficent. She draws her wand, a golden, beautiful, ornate wand with a handle that has this incredible design on it. She holds it towards the door, and the door opens, and she walks through it. You're all pulled in alongside her. Stella argues once again with Kuzman, saying that the seals should replace prisons and execution for magical crimes. Kuzman stands on the other side, saying that prison is a form of reformation and should be used to protect those who were wronged and also reform those who did the wrong. Stella says this could be replacement for that, a much more ethical and clean way to handle it, one that's strong enough to handle it without risk of prison break, without risk of harm to others. But he just echoes from the aftermath of what he witnessed. And what dream is it that they get? Who decides what they get to see? And why do they get to live out their best memories when those they wronged went through their worst? Stella stands before him. Suddenly there's a glitch. They flicker and fade, and the room turns to black, and there's one entity standing there. You know him simply as Vathros.
Our time is short. Where are you?
As far as I'm concerned, we have all the time in the world.
With that, it flickers again, and you're watching Stella in the room that they were previously in, this magnificent marble forum. She walks away, frustrated and angry. She takes the book and she throws it against the wall, but as it collides, it falls and lands, and the pages fall open. The shadows of the pages open, and you see a familiar face, though it is a lot younger. Vathros, reflected upon the pages. Suddenly you are elsewhere. Somewhere far more beautiful. Somewhere far different. It smells familiar. Specifically to Weslyn. You feel at peace, Weslyn. You feel grass between your feet, your toes. You hear the familiar bickering of those who live in the grove. Those you refer to only as the kin. The stars are in the sky, but they're not your stars. These are the stars of a different time, a different age. Deep down the path, Weslyn, a forest looms, and a path you walked before a long time ago. But we'll end our session on this. Perhaps this leap, Weslyn, will finally be your final leap home. But for now, I can just see like disgruntled John. For now, that's where we will end our session. we will have no post show because this ran a little long because I wanted to make sure we had enough time to see out Eos's thing and you guys were on the right path, so I didn't want to just cut you guys off in the middle of that. So we won't be doing a post show today. And
Which path were we on?
to double the worser news, I apologize, but we will have no session next week as well. Which means also no post show next week. I'm sorry. We'll blame Kian for this because he's not here, right? Is that we can do that, right? Yeah. But we will pick up from this in 2 weeks' time, and we will continue. Hopefully, I hope John is not missing from the session, as is the way with every time I bring someone into some session. I'm like, okay, next week we pick up here, and they're like, oh, won't be there. Sorry.
I might be in Kentucky.
John. Okay, if that happens, I will move to someone else, and we will come back to you. I'm sure there will be plenty of time. You and I will catch up on that. For fuck's sake, we will have a conversation about it. But for now, for this week, we thank you so much for being there. Vitharian in chat, thank you once again for always supporting us. Happy birthday. And
Happy Cake Day.
Happy Cake Day. And thank you all for being here. We love you all. Thank you, the mods, for doing a great job. And we love you very much. Yep, this will be up next week on YouTube. And make sure you check out Mr. Busy on Friday. He's going to be playing on Extra Play. He's been playing every Friday. And at the moment, he's playing Monster Hunter World, I believe, which is a dope game.
Oh, yeah.
And you just finished with Valheim. That was dope, too. And if anyone has any suggestions that you want to see any of the guys play that do actually stream on the channel, feel free to let us know in our Discord.
Talking about Valheim, there is actually one that I'm going to suggest to Busy that it will be entering early access pretty soon.
Oh, sick.
Definitely the one I mentioned. The one is it... Yeah.
We'll have this conversation off stream. If it's only entering early access now, that's not and also, feel free to join Mr. Roy at some point. I saw a scheduled stream for yourself as well.
2 week Minecraft is going
for
to
tomorrow,
back.
1 p.m. New Game Plus, Expedition 33. We're going back into the Grippers.
I'm working, but I'll be in chat. I'll be there. I'll support my boy.
Hell yeah.
But absolutely, Expedition, you're going to New World Plus. Sick, because that was a fun story to watch. And Mr. Dobbs at some point will be playing Minecraft, and I will be joining him because we have not done it yet. So we must.
2 week Minecraft stream.
Absolutely. But for now, thank you so much for being here. That is enough plugging. We love you very much. We will catch you soon. All right, bye. We love you.
Bye.
Oh, where's the rain?
Ciao, ciao. Please, I'm so